place where the sun and Ghanaians come together to shape the Ghana they hope for. Rising as co-creators and catalysts in making Ghana a better place for all. Oh Ghana, our home, our pride, the dream still lies deep inside. Through every hand, through every heart, the change we see begins with us. Together we rise, together we build. Oh, Bamaso, the time is now. The Ghana we hope for starts with us somehow. Yeah, 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 no blame, no fear, no wait again. Let's use our voice, let's use our brain. With heart and faith, we take a stand to build this nation hand in hand. Oh, little Bill Ghana, we will do it now. We will bring the light, the people's power. Wow, wow. We will make it shine. You and I combine, celebrate by my soul. By my soul. Yeah, the boom, you know. Oh, together we rise, together we build. Oh, by my soul. The time is now. The Ghana we hope for lives in us now. Oh, by my soul. Where did the discerning come to think, to act, and to build up? Together we rise for the Ghana we dream of. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome to Banaso, a place where the sun and Ghanaians come together to shape the Ghana they hope for. Rising as co-creators and catalysts in making Ghana a better place for all. Oh Ghana, our home, our pride, the dream still lies deep inside. Through every hand, through every heart, the change we see begins with us. Yeah, the boom, you know. Together we rise, together we build. Oh, Bamaso, the time is now. The Ghana we hope for starts with us somehow. Yeah, yeah, no blame, no fear, no wait again. Let's use our voice, let's use our brain. With heart and faith, we take a stand to build this nation hand in hand. Oh, little Bill Ghana, we will do it now. We will bring the light, the people's power. Wow, wow. We will make it shine. You and I combine, celebrate by my soul. By my soul. Yeah.
It is Wednesday, the 6th day of the 5th month of the year 2026. 4 minutes on top of the hour, 1700 hours. It's a live edition, although quite late. Right here on Akwantufuo Radio, Abrabapa Radio, and Akwantufuo Radio GH. For our social media handles at Akwantufuo Radio as well. This is the place where discerning Ghanaians with discerning thought we come just to dialogue, deliberate on possibilities with which we would rise as co-creators and catalysts in the making of a beautiful Ghana. The ultimate question that at all times we should be asking is, in what ways can I be a catalyst in this problem that I am observing? In what way can I be a co-creator of the solution to the problem that I am encountering? That is the kind of mindset we should be putting across. And when we are able to put that mindset across, it means we are taking responsibility for our dear nation, Ghana. If it were to be the fact that we were, separate from each other, we are doing our own things, nothing that happens to another affects us, then we could have sat back and then allowed the problems affect the very ones who perhaps are creating the problems. But in the wisdom of life, it goes beyond that. It simply goes beyond that. So you can't sit somewhere and say, yes, let the people who created the problems handle the problem. It doesn't work that way. Even in their sheer ignorance, you can't allow that to happen. You certainly cannot allow that to happen, because the problem will find its way to you as well. So it is an ultimate question that we should be asking ourselves at all times to put us into a place of taking action. In what ways can I be of a help? No matter how the size may be it small, huge, little, whatever. In what ways can I help? Sometimes it may mean that you just talk to someone on a particular issue. It may mean you ask a question. It may mean you support someone. The list, endless possibilities. So the very moment we step on this very platform, it is a duty call. A huge duty call on ourselves to be of, quoting Ejasamwa, meaningful service to our dear nation, Ghana. You see, Jesus said something. Yeshua, he said something in the Bible. Or should we say, the Bible says Jesus said something. Okay, whichever way. It's a statement being made, but it makes a lot of sense. As you did it for these little ones, you have done it for me. Yeah. I think it was a parable. Yeah. As you did it for these little ones, you have done it for me. He was talking about the parable of people not, Okay. Yes, it was like, okay, just God is the parable is this way. Okay. So some people were it was about a judgment day, and then the people were asking, uh, Jesus, okay, God was saying, okay, when I was sick, you didn't come to look after me, look for me. When I was hungry, you didn't feed me. Then you know that narrative, yes. And then they asked, but we never saw you sick. We never saw you hungry. Say, no, no, no. As you did it for these little ones. The Jamaican will say, these little ones, you did it for me. Yes. What it simply means is whatever we do for every single Ghanaian, whatever we do for every single person, every single Ghanaian, every single unit of life, we have done it for Ghana. That is all the analogy in that allegory. Whatever that you've done for a part of the whole, you have done it for the whole. Whatever that you have done for a part of Ghana, you have done it for Ghana. And that is why yesterday I was trying to bring our attention to the fact that, hey, we may be a unit of Ghana. We may be just a single Ghanaian, but whatever that we do, we are doing it to Ghana. So whatever impact that we are creating by our actions and our inactions, it goes to Ghana. Even the actions of the ignorant ones, it goes to affect Ghana. So under no circumstance should we be sitting back and then telling ourselves, oh, no, we wouldn't play a role. Hey, you sit back, the impact affects you as well. And that is why it is a duty call on each and every one of us to play our part. I said, no matter how the size, after all, the gigantic tree that you see was once condensed in a seed. So, you may think your efforts are just little, it wouldn't go anywhere. But hey, you never know. You never know. You have not seen and you have not heard how huge that little effort that you are planting is going to grow into. You have no idea. So it's an encouragement on each and every one of us to do something. Please. Let's do something. Yeah. Yeah. Just let's do something. So do something. Just ask yourself, in what ways can I be of help in this current situation? The ideas will come. The solutions are already there. We just have to surrender to be used as instruments through whom life does its own good. As simple as that. Today being Wednesday, questions and answers. Yesterday, I loved the question, and I love the angles that some people came from. You see, these questions are to get us thinking. Uwu afako. Epokura nsuo togu. You see, when such a question is posed, it's more or less a PhD question, not just. You see, that's why we say Bamaso Adrian, because it's a PhD question, even beyond PhD. It's to cause you to think. It is to cause you to reason deeply, not just the ordinary. So, as I said yesterday, you may perhaps start from under what circumstance would someone even be at the point of saying "Uwu afako"? Uwu afako. And now, under what circumstance? And under what circumstance would also someone say "Epokura nsuo togu"? When you identify some of the possible circumstances under which someone will put out these two statements, it will guide your reasoning. As I said, it's a PhD question. Beyond that, I think professorial level, deep one. Because you come to realize that Uwu afako is not just a soft statement to make. Neither is Epokura nsuo togu. It's neither a soft statement. But hey, I love the angles with which many came from. We are all learning. We are all building up. Certainly, we are all building up. Under no circumstance would someone who is of the universal mindset, who thinks he's a magnificent being, ever expanding in magnificence. Simply say because of, simply interpret Uwu Afako to mean that he has to remain a mediocre under no circumstance with someone who sees and I understand himself as a magnificent being of the universe. Reason that way is a shallow thinking. Yeah. But hey, when you come to realize that the grand purpose of life is about expansion, when you come to understand that the grand objective of this life is to be more of itself, that is to say, life is about giving. Life is about giving. So whatever millions or billions that you have, you are only a custodian of it. And you have to give it unto life for the promotion of life. And when you are giving it unto life for the promotion of life, you are not hoarding. You see, even in our simple bodies, right? Our unique bodies. If all that we eat stays in our body, just imagine what would happen. Some stay and the rest come out. What comes out is also something for something, isn't it? If you were to hoard, if you were to just hold on, right? Just imagine what would happen. But when you go by the narrative of life itself to give unto itself, whatever billions that you have, whatever resource that you have, you know that, hey, you are only a custodian. It is life that has made it possible for you to have that resource to use for life. And then you give unto life for the promotion of life. No one will sit somewhere and say, Uwu Afako. Because while you are here, you are using what you have or what life is giving you for their own promotion. So under what circumstance would that person say, Uwu Afako? That's why you must first of all ask yourself, dear be cry nebema will be a cancer asem Uwu Afako. Uwu Afako. Well, today is still questions and answers, isn't it? So maybe you can reason deeply once again into that. And then let more wisdom flow in and through us. For us to come to the awareness that we are only custodians of whatever life is given unto us. It is for one thing, for the expansion of life. And when we are using what life is giving us for the expansion of life, as I said, no one there says, Uwu Afako. Or he's already using it to promote life. Well, I humbly welcome you to the Wednesday's edition of Mama So. And she has no cook as young come, maybe I will be our feeding in that Akwantufuo radio, Arapa radio, and Akwantufuo radio GH. And there, a questions and answers. Briefly. Memo Akwaba, why? The Abenu Medieso. Makambia or Potoka Semaye. And there you will see a Hunsen Bakum Yunumiansa. And Raya Shasia. Uwu Afako ana epokura nsuo togum na yesi faka asem sede me kan ye no we enye SSS question enye BEC question ana enye wase ana ba ye na SSS question wasa na ana enye first degree question even a bro masters so what I say PhD professorial level question ana ni busana. Sometimes question ni bo hono mo don't force to answer it instantly. Also be a ukona ukwadwene ho kakra so kotena se pensin mu uye wo nose uye ano asaba ba sa na makai eja eja kobi also question yanka fabra a day before so eno mo yanka yakoye home meditation so question no beba bi or beba instant there but I don't say small questions so bi be ka jiro so Uwu Afako share asam kese pa dia na ba ye and it was who afako. No be so aka say epokura nso togum. Asam kase pa o. Asam kase pa. Anyway, yɛmfansia. Na yɛnhyia Dr. Zazadintu na nasare bedi akone Dr. Ebenezer Mofaboaten. Akuku dampa. Na ne papa yonti. Ne papa yonti. Ai, ani eboni din de bia no. Na nanketia of blessed memory. Eboni din sa. Ati. Ai, eboni din. Ti o pese na ache unsu yebo din a se hu. Na ahwe said you are being impactful onto life as well. Na enra meti se ebi ka se uwu a wawu nya de a betimi ni bibia akọ uwu dia na wawu na obi anka se uwu a na nwu ye, right? But only baby before the seed would grow into that huge tree, you know that the seed must die to itself before it grows to become that gigantic tree. You know that one, isn't it? You see, when you observe life very well, death should be a doorway to a greater self. And that is why and you the impact of their life. And if your life does not remain impactful after you are gone 1,000 years and beyond that, you have been a cosmic manure. Yeah. There are several examples. Right? And the true impact of their life, it is being felt. Abi, you know some, you know so. It you know with my death is a doorway to a greater self. It is a death and a doorway to a greater self for you are. And you're not just a radio so mean to me kasa asem. What I say? Yes, I bought chairman I want my bonus. Mean to me what I say. Your birth was never your beginning, neither will your death be your end. You know who sir? This window of eternity now won't find anything. Find your kukwasa. Well, yeah, fancy. I'm near Jacosi Boachica Sayate. Some may ba. I'm near Jacosi Boachim Monko Makituabi. I'll come to you. But I was watching what to make. And here, Bamaso.
Yeah, you can say we too, Kappa.
Always say. Yeah, when the Kakrabia is a bit my eye, so. Then Ram Semete Meteo Kakra song. Uwa Fakono over Kirby. Mete Kakra fine. Anyway, I don't know. And then made the H. Sam and they offer boy didn't know, meaning baby on Befa. But I'm ready to say.
America, dear Papa, there are the Amadi party and they were tons so no pack a credit, you know. I said, Daniel, the man. Era Fabra, I can't come back. You chronic Undayashi. Oh, and to your cat. Into me, if I'm going to craft one and call us, you will see kind of the cocoon. So I don't when okay. Trump, send call the back, send call the co. Was me the back, watch it once and my call.
On say, said and common said the number C canon. We need to first of all establish the interest of life. So, a unit of life. It's say, what the funny say. Funny to him now for young life line. So, the wave, right, must first identify the interest of the universe. And if the wave is as wise
Yeah.
as the universe now, as the ocean now, so the wave must first identify the interest of the ocean. And if the wave is as wise as the ocean, it needs to align its interest to the interest of the ocean. I bet you get the drift, me boy.
Yeah.
Because the wave can never take over the ocean. Say no correct me boy.
Oh yeah, say wave no.
Obi say only mpato a untimi nto panse wase. So nti wave no nyade a obetimi take charge of the ocean. Untumi. Nti se onya te saa asem na se a ene na say o say wo so we unit of life no wo so utimi tena se na hwe wo ho na obusa say this life kura no interest e de ba de. So what is the interest of life irrespective? Now this life no your bad time. So na obatan na ni ku ne ma. Obatan epese ne ma edi yie. Se de etie bia no. Sa abofra na say you so why den you obatan no. Opese ne ba ne di yie. Nti this life no I say oba the self wo ne papa no. So irrespective of said the akola no pie ya o course ye no ho sem bi obeye bia no. Obatan ne do no. Odo no. Nti just pardon me. Say oyo obatan ne say owo mofra be say miensa na baako ebi a o challenges bi a aja kwesi buache emu di ahe pa na woni kono aja kwesi buache o aja wache ye bonkomo ye fire be say ya jeje ho aja wache wo anyway this the bottom line here. Say asa o yira kakra.
Yeah, na me ira kakra na me break it. So jadi ache bi akodi papa.
Okay.
Nam say oh.
Ne kwan so na ya allowed. So
And you question how the two or no. Then your phone in answer say obi abekire na dwen. Na empanyin kasa wonu say want na sia. Eno mabu a obefa roka na say tras ansana asem free panyia no amo aka asem bi asi ne po amo na kosi asem bi so no so one hwe a obeka say the okan crowd sebi ensem hunu ebi na aka say apokasi da ho say ensu mu a it gives life ensu so ni togu mu so a opo no papa apo so oh this literally one tias ya we fi beka chero say o kase mu no apokasi da ho yi ene ensu togu mu adentina busa ho say ensu a eda ho na still it keeps receiving more waters or rain. Epo ma make sure mo kochire busuanfo say he ensu eda asase su nyina papa. Kwese on say po obu nyina agobom. Ensu epo eda ho no de wa asase so ye nsam ensu fin ye bibia ye nyina papa. Epo kese eda ho yi. O ma ne ho kwan. Say ye nkobom. Eno na me kan dia kosi asem sesi a o kan ene se epo ye oba tampa. Tini ase map ewo abadaye no. Papa ti hwe se 3 days ago. Now my home fan na your call baby ba no so any onto Burger King. Papa, you told man no.
Burger King.
Be ma de oni tua. Me say obi de me fast food into only the on. You know papa, and price. Hwe se ma me no come de ne pause na ni su bre no. And I'm saying, I do an that in the dear Johnny. Papa, I would dinner fries and no a can Baba say. One day, Mr. Mamma fry, you say, You say, dear, French fries and quan or painting with the command, Papa.
Oh.
Mr. Cardi was many at it. One more bad time. Come dinner opera, my dodgy traffic, a crack compared to an air man. On refuse the banner on Pond School. On said Mawa Bada into or during the banner said the banner bar. Obey near you bossy. Oh, J. did the only say fries in your pepper and you two go back at gentlemen command. Papa, or bad tamper. Sana put here. And to say, well, who Obeka se pone da hotra no so togu mukra na nenye. Eye, wave is life. Epokasi e da ho no. Bibia o jimene. Na se de to ya brabom ni se ni osi ka enkwa se se oba asasi so. Na se wa anye part of bibi. Ama bibi anso aba wa busa ho se ntu ba ya oba ye no. Na oba ya na asa wo boy. Tinwa nka se mukra me ka achiro bi se monhwe Steve job. Ya na to da nipa ni bi wo why we feel say omu wu ano ma wuku. Oh papa, and ye nyina ukura po phone a. I was so we say obi nti na ukura sa apo phone no. Na ni nti e man panifo kan sa abe no, ebu sa abe no. O wa ade bi ni papa te se de wo kan ya pepepe. Se wa ma ade na amoa obi anya mfaso de ama bibia, enu nti na ka kiro se na ne. Fa wu na kwai. Just what brabo abebo na so amamfa so obi bu sa be na e wo se wan kasa transe na twene wo se asema si aka kire mi adenti no kasa ma kire mi because one amamfa so you have something, you have a gift, you have the cash, you have the money, you have the resources that could have impacted the whole world or somebody, one person life. But wo se David men kire obi the be she mi de men kwa and the man penny for the year kasabo say sir. So okay, say wave is part of the sea, but it gives life. Papa, life is something. If you want to make it worth living, self person will transia, send you also suffer penny kind, you know. I just say, me cry when I say now your money, Papa, because cocoa for your koto a man, no idea who say cocoa no best swab more. Na efe. Nti ya bebu unum de nti ka of us 90 kro umie ya umie so anetu you might think say kwasia bebu no there's nothing like kwasia no that time say ho baby me nim penifo ni bia omo ka se abum kwasia ya be we dey won tia se nti na ofi say kwasia be ma na sa unim ni fabre Dr. Jingo cry the catos what if share unim ni fabre na say ne babu cry ke. So you have to draw in between as to the facts of life. So now can you say yen komodie mu na se nkwa eda ho nyame de amaye. Na me hu ni se bibia rade de amaye wa asase so anase osum bi a osum ni a de ama ache de japade bibia de ama obia. E di ma fo bibi ntra. Hwenura de fefa papa osei sapon koyema presek. Papa, they think one near the case dormitory, and no more moody dance or radio so cancer pay 600 bed
Any dormitory is a hostel. That tells you who the guy is telling the world. Say, God gives life. And you see how, Papa, this man has given life to generations unborn. What lessons are we learning from it? And the papa we na say okojina mu na ka say fakwa. Na say wo sa be no amu no be na nkyere the right person. But what kyerɛ sɛ epokra nso toguma presec school na esi hɔ no. Omo wa dan kora said they will still need what? More facilities. And the papa, life is life. But abrabomu no na mbe maame ne de yɛ mfa to sɛ ɔma bebree ɛkɔm de wo mu nyinaa. But odwene hu sɛ baako bi de adeɛ bi wo mu ɛno de ɛno na ɔyɛ dɛ ɔpenti ɔno ɔbɛ singing it out. No de ama no. Na adɛse no wapɛ bi foforɔ ama ɔmadi. Nti papa sɛ obusa ya de mɛkyerɛ sɛ wiase abrabɔ a yɛbɔ no ya na ɛtɔ da yɛgyina yɛka sɛ yɛbɛdane agya. Yes, ɛno korɛ. Na nkɛn da ninja a na bia mebusa sɛ adɛn na ɛkyerɛ wele a wode ɔntwerɛ wɔ a wodin ka wele ne ho. Yɛyɛ nsamase a papa. Wɔn na yɛ nsamase ma ne ho.
And no, it is and no, very interesting.
Yeah. Why we could yeah, me is from pennyphobia per share or that buying. These guys are roughly papa almost almost table cry at $10,000. So let us say I'm out table cry. That penny for the pennies upon we have no guys a penny for they're more fast and we some question back home. Patch of one I yes some money home. Papa could have it was a whole coincidence. The phone have a catch. And I'm wondering home. So be I answer man. So that means he said when we leave this earth, Papa, we are gone. You're caught. Caught. Nobody can say the way and nibi, DB, but what impact are you making for society? Papa Chrome high better than be American into Africa, especially Ghana, young call you say you know how to leave a legacy. Papa kwe ubetuma call hospital wo Chrome ha opa ma omunye search be obi atue sika go say ya de bi wo ha obi ba na so insurance kura mo fan hwe no ye musa into America opa bu so bi a despite say ani ka say insurance na o call emergency room say they don't ask you anything papa they will treat you, do the surgery and everything sana. Yeah, the bone and brain. And Fabio, ne banana ntimi to abon so ha no be aba na aka just so. So dey we cry, dey we say we be cry for ho Canada. And people still keep doing it. But life God gives and set young in any pen. And I say when you say ntimi nyensa man say wo ma wo ho. Na nim say obedane agya dia. What are we holding on to? So busa e ho sa asem no life. Is so precious. Say I didn't tina say be buy your chroma. Etimi dia koye amanyo se won so we say America to say and America yes a ja papa a ja any say and you are na full complaints or top petrol mother
yeah, I'm a Saturn na man kakra be ka what in ya.
Yes, I say if you have papa no bon you mo you find the cranes. Now this anyu we nyina obeka say no more can kwa nsemfu ehi so the God nyamema binim wisdom to me the idea be say one tenase no afan call kasa ye muni adia e bi ne sa adia de bia me de busa obi a say wuntimi nyensa ma sen ma wa ho dia na dia na o say we ye dija witini e wa asase so that's the question I ask people. So wuntimi nyensa ma sen ma ho And then papa ye de ti ho na de nyame di jae no. Ye di bi jankro for say momfa nye de mo be ye na mo ho ntom sene be ya da achi bi no. Obitimi be di attempt to make us I am the masas mo di ache kuro ni fani ade ade na so unim ho mfa so because asase ni me hia 10 enam de aye bibi uno ni abrese obepe okoko ana be ye ese no but the moment ye nene ne mu nyina ma be bosses atisu yi oh se kakra kan mo preko se oni onda e kuro se mu tre papa oh danke kuro mu tre ba ya bi before ya dream born ye we trimunti no oka se ne mu menkosi second asomasi ana se enkosi kuro how they say koko fo ni be na ho na no refuse how they sacrifice. So I keep telling people, say, hey, life, the whole world, papa, minimum dear, but my who's I say, be I other canyon a bonnet 6 feet. This is a kola and I would, yes, sir. Basketball players, you know, this so more I mean, Timmy who bombard the bar.
I mean, says that Sadam Tin so yes, why you boo nano. Emma we see a dakano, sir. You will boo nano. Since Nana Adaboko, Emma more than that. I say, you boo nano.
Yep. And I watch so I will be at young. Yeah, call your name maybe to they say, no, because they said, I put any more time.
Aye.
They say, someone say, more nam no money actually hole. Yes, what it is a life. Yes, if we know how life revolves around us. And so on say, oh, wow, yes, we do much in this, also be much. And untina papa, yes, senka, yenya, or do any dream partners ye be a say ye be a twasu ya yes, a mina me be ye, a mina me ye we na no danu ne ye say na no debunum bi asemitie na say nyame nshira oh vision say papa ye woda ye so kese say de ko ewi asemamu nyina na ehu say university kese da hoi ye sanya bi ka ho a tani apokura no ye kase nsu togum no a ye je say ebe nshira ma ye nyina sana metisi abrabo no life sitie sana me ho abrabo na se
beautiful
toda papa enkola ni si oba asimu no mo na me hwese 12 bia old boys in the way be see me no mu ye free dia groni ade na me ba se no papa be si wa kira
oh aja kwesi buachi nkomo na ye de pa so we
say da manya kopon
okay all right wasaba ya buachi ene we de
me da wase o sen ko ne na mfufu e mu nyina na enyini bo ba bibinti
that's right
bibinti enso bibinti no papa eja
yede nkomo ne ya de no minso me bre no ya bre it we de
me busa nuan mu bi say o ti abrochire oba ko school na se Ghana akola bi ti baabi wadi 2 3 4 years ne de ne ko school ne enya teacher ne nkyere na de ayo papa Tell them pen forecast say different here.
Yɛbɛhwɛ frau saa but I've truly enjoyed
life. We have to give life. We have to give life. We have
life.
To. I don't mean to try.
What you trust you? I don't know.
I can't say idea.
What you trust?
So, thank you. Also, common what the ban is Simon. Yeah, unit. We have so naturally a free flow. We are Michelle, but
I hope so. Obejina baby e hoye.
Say mo man nya adwene yie. Na se ye tutu ye no ma yie a ye behu sese pokra no. Nso toguma na je se abrabo mu no still no. Say that so enti no. Na je se ye kura no. Ye po. Ye hiansuo ni mo. Ntungu abrabo na obi ameka nkyerɛ sɛ apokura nso togum papa so ma na mmom so yɛnyɛ dɛ yɛnka papa yɛ mo bi meka nkyerɛ sɛ fa ɛne uwu afakɔ cause wote asase so na so obi ka kyerɛ sɛ wu na fakɔ a na kyerɛ sɛ wanyɛ wabrabɔ yie. It's a fact because in 24 Steve Jobs mintimi nka nkyerɛ Steve Jobs sɛ ɔnwu fanka or the apple jai. Who ni mudi? Yeah, fa aboa. Who ni mudi? Yeah, faboa.
Yo, eja kwasi buache. We there. Memwa homeso he ya. Thank you so much. You've made my time here so worth it. Many aje ho. I think said there's been a delay. Ewo yen komodi enim. Meme you to say. Thank you very much. I'm say si pepe kama e dia mai. Enti Sam ho. Sam.
Yes, yeah.
Sam Timinka. Okay, any na Sam unka hwe nkyerɛ me o sɛ o ma adwuma no enti adenti na mente unkan okay, all right. Of a body oh. Okay. BBI okay. All right, let me see. Say Bema bene wa Timinka. Okay, all right then. Sam here. Why?
Oh.
Okay, all right then. That's fine. Beautiful. Now, Boko there.
Papa Boko.
Sweet stuff. Sam so wo ye meeting kitu ebi. Oh. Enti me so me time na so me bedwane ano, right? Enti and there questions and answers. But I love direction na enkomo no afa no. So on say me kan sem bi wo me nkomodie mu say enkrofo bi wo ho no mo just like a seed died to itself and it grew to become that gigantic tree bearing fruit and providing shade for humanity no. Enkrofo bi wo no mo omu wi a ohun ana ehu omu impact pa, right? Ubetima bo nkrofo be miensa bi a wonim se omu wi na yehu omu impact pa.
Mo nkrofo biansa.
Miensa pe o de miensa pe mo bibiri.
Oh. Kwame Nkrumah.
Okay.
Konfanoche. The
almost what is golden stool free if you buy no.
I don't know what you bring.
Oh, Kwame Nkrumah de me kind of na mum Akwantufuo na mpese me very sure. Say bia Akwantufuo a ofiri nkuru mu ana sense na me ka no enti
Comfort no chair the golden street by ya.
so Kwame Nkrumah KN ana Akwantufuo KO ana ho abiu.
Na omo impact no say bia de nso.
Afa for the third one ka ho na wi ana de aka ho de wa fi no wa penzi na the impact na ka.
Na mate. Omo nyina akra say minimum.
Third one e why?
Ese fra ko bi sasa bonsam.
Of wadi to ankomo no so me free ha wati. Wi ana pass am obi. Why? Koso.
Yo. Papa, me pass my wine. One the oh. Ma say the kapaja na say dem ma member. En ko fo na paja won say asemo.
Enti em say bema bene wa enye ready a you may go to Akrechi no Okonfo Safo. Akrechi Okonfo I don't know Isaac ni just say your back. I think say just say beja Isaac intino. Just say and then Isaac in that order. Why? Intino konisa. Why? I'll be out there. Say bibi ania. Let's say support be a mehe meet mama support her. Why? Okay, carry on.
Yo. Agra. Mama so.
Adwin kese na pome.
Boko ade o pese obeka bonsam asu afọ no ho ana oba ntentemi.
Oh, ya sha zentema.
Na bi tell me meka Lucifer na o man so na say o kan asu afọ.
They say ya lock in na.
Aha, okay.
Aha. Says Papa Smala say you need to say wagene sakwa kwoti. O ze ntena Isaac abon say Isaac say ubi no yes say you need say there. Eti
Boba de eto so no. Ese nkrofo betima ma nipa be 3 a omo wu achi no omo ko e ne ho omo impact. Say negative o say info.
Mo ko de ebi wo ha eja omo jomo di grants na omo se ne ka no ye radi Yesu Kristo se yi se bi yi kra no kremoni kra no oti kam na obenya se no kra obo Yesu din Jesus ti sa asukon no mai wanche kra 33 years on se ntina e kira wo se obi kana says it's not the number of years lived but the quality of life lived. So nti enye se wadi 2 and year 3 years no enu nti na akraketwa no emra Job ne namfofo no super Job no akraketwa o se enye de wonyine nanum nyansa ti Nyankopon so wadi bibia o contract no ma o de Metusala ya record no Genesis chapter 5 so wodi 969 years eka 13 years no wodi 1000 na suka no ma Solomon ba Metusala and Solomon wan pa na agibin si Solomon so no otiasi wojedi owu ye nso no ni weche nso ye bo Solomon de bia ohini Solomon ye de tro nyuma ma me wofa so kra no asante hin kra am se mo friend King Solomon enti Yesu ni Solomon in conform magidin na obviously ye Kwame Nkrumah ye say Nkrumah never dies no enchinu chese wo hu ye but de bia am say kwa na common denominator ye ka Ghana sema ekowie Nkrumah enkuwie Mahama na se jeje na se yi mother serpent na se atamis de bia ni Nkrumah na ye fundamentals no zone aha enti sa netie ti za go for me say we ye Yesu Solomon na Nkrumah na bi kra betimi de David Israel dai aka ho so say the city no kama you na de na ho bi mu.
Oh,
Bombardier.
okay, all right.
My local sorry.
Anti de na ho bi mu.
Say that pronunciation
You okay? My mentor will say the questions and answers. You and then so the best about a year. Send a question and answers. No, number some about a year. A buying 24-hour
Papa,
economy.
now we're continuing with
Anyway,
Oh, kasa na em say na you know.
what's it anyway? Also, Papa Smart the BB to obium.
Enra, what's it Enra de na say? Enra say buy.
Into minimum the officer or cabin.
Twaso me enko 24 hours
Yo,
twaso.
25 can be some make. I say aban bi aba or the policy ebeto no na otimima o eye baseline no wi nso a waka che say ahanum na akọ ko we did e won bia na wasa akyerɛkyerɛ mu mahama bai eno say o the 24-hour economy beba im onya by kwan the 24-hour economy beba ena wo me hu the gist of what it's all about ena wakyerɛ ye a normal was under 24-hour economy no some of the thematics a year a war mu no. But also still no people are looking at the peripheral or mu enhu and na umbe so meti dia aban pe se o ya asenti no mo ankasa kwa no makọ draft mo yi bia aba mama ka je say 24-hour economy initiative no yes also o component e friend say obe build 24-hour markets in the 245 can say district if you say you enipa omunye company and omunye state owned enterprise omunye individual or some so benefit from the 24-hour economy no nti say me mama ne ton a life na say bia adwom ye pon 5 pm mama say yes market na esi no ye the facility beba bituma extend say wo pese otiremu akosi ade chen kra bituma ye na wo hwe 24 market eye wo ye na nezu school wom nti wo ye papa mama no pese do baba ho a nezu school wom ye pon wa obatimi kofie na wo da city ye hospital wom ye wo bebi ebedidi ye wo can say a first aid a clinic ni sa no nyina wo said ye o see ye kejete yi no sa no nyina facility nyina wo and transportation joints nyina e wo and wa sha ase nan we are call asese wa kan class 3 book bia market of asese wa no o no mudwa pineapple mangoes ne watermelon sa no nyina so okosi sa de ni ho. It is just one of the subsets of the 24-hour economy. Benenamity say ye call Akwantufuo readers in the BB person chesa say abana every name me or no policy na in the 24-hour market economy. O kachire bibini say onko kan dia onko kan. O chene say aha na de no onko kan no so no anka say e kana so onim the policy na tie. But makaji say then more and more Ghana they become more enlightened and they find nyaniment no. Enti o kana wo anka say no say we show your ignorance. 24-hour economy initiative no eye nkrobata bebre na ede e wase so that say na e wase enti se wukọ portal na ne masada koto no se nipa opese kan onko kan the opese ignorance onko ye ignorant if say wuntimi mfa nipa no entimi san se tosa na the opese oye bia but the government is not waiting for anybody enti so obi opese ohun no obetimi aide akokan so we 24-hour economy na say them kind nkrabata bebre ewom ebi ye pillars ebi ye projects ye obehwe for state owned organizations bibi say national printing o ma sha say 24 hours ye na ye computing o ma bebre wo China and abana ye na de passport office ni some other place ye ne kakran kra o be ye aban ye na ye you obi say na say ka ba wanta na wanka say ye wo no wo sha say na odi fufu nanso emre bi ba ye odi fufu akora ye man no for 6 months ebedu bebi ye wini no abedu odi satroga nyina eti oye enti charge be na obebo aban se na aban ka sese onye oye market nso oye ena o say wa wo so ye private company a wo pese uba project na sen so no uba ase so a ye be more incentive na nyina enti kwa nje sese 24-hour secretariat ho a omo na hwe bia odi proposal ba enye so sorry ya na discuss ma wo ye be say hu say criteria dey form 24-hour economy no also ye dey who follow sa no menya because the government has to account to the people because sika the no enye aban dia nti also who say why this kind of man no so who fall under sa enoma na it will share your 24 hours more production production transformation focus on developing efficient, climate resilient and competitive production system in agriculture and manufacturing, driving increased self-sufficiency, value addition and export growth. Ghana a import driven economy because your crowd no be since the government wants to fuel the export component because already our Ghana Export Promotion Authority one. They be because countries like currency is strong na a export component in a woman because say me ton pineapple na American person ton pineapple enye dollar no betwa meka or the cedi obeto cedi said ya misu koto ne iPhone no America me command the cedi no me the dollar na command no it is American person or per bia 20,000 a bags of 24,000 bags of pineapple and a cut of pineapple or send dollar ne ba me cedis me cedi no be na obia be cedi and no strength cedi no say aba wire for area no or be maybe a person of fan or value. That is that's the education of export too. Enti import no ye the dollar ne koto but export no ye ukrom sika ene ye dey ye de to. Enti wo person add value to your agriculture and watermelon mangoes ni anoma ye non traditional goods any some of the traditional economy ye nyam no na so obi person or ton pineapple obi so watermelon obi person ye normal Ghana here or the ye krom sika na ye de e beto. So that's it. Enti ye was enclobate bebre wo 26 wo kwa na say me timi nkan ni nyina bebre te say wo hwe a normal ekoso ho na te say obi ka say a very very fantastic e wo sade no ho timi say me nkan bebre Ghana ni no de bia no opese smooth video no but I want the people to use their brain won ko kan me de yi na koto no neto obo ase no kan baako then you know what the 24-hour economy is all about. Apart from say companies, state-owned companies, your traders are also more market. Remember, many papa na your market or a central a commercial central a 18 one. Omuton spices, how company pay 80, how pan the trade pa. Any normal. The chio na kwasi for honum, your by the Josu, Obeko is neck kente for ye, you know. Obu ho otimi run a shift. Anope bia waba 8 to 5 na satam na ne ye pon ebebo 4 na ya na say ye betu gate no it was all proper na the identity obo se na ikofo dimnika to be quite lock gate no they say o say you know watchman kwa no bio ben no say 25 kon specialized ones one a components kika ho because acadian o person e jollof a enye so so we jollof wo hia emo
bomba de
kwa na ye
na
jollof
unya mo somra ye
yo
na
me
first
wi
na
emo be kwa na ye de jollof ana upe anwa be fight on ye enti sa no me nyina e specialized se said de Accra Kumasi road e wo no e different from Accra Kumasi expressway no etunim ka say e pe expressway no e no me bebre wo mu a toll booths wo ye wo no me bebre security no e different from sa de no 25 economy market no me bebre kan enti se me no be pese me to mu a e bia me ma ye adwuma no me say me wo pass se me e fi adwuma trader me de ma ye wie bia na me wo pass kwa wo ko adwuma e wo snet wa be fi nti obedidi bia no so oba sa market wo no security ni sa no me nyina de e wo ho a obetima ye adwuma anadwofo ni nyina mu na we
okay
obi
ye
say
better
enya de papa enti no me
idwa
de
no 1 no baba 1 3 no baba
enti enda me kan enti me de akoto no enye bibia ne response we de kwa de yes on the surface no so obi pese o kan a onko Akwantufuo radio platforms no ye official government portal no ye de ato no no mfa no baako me
ye
da
de
se
ato na o de akan ye da wase nya me shira pa Petron, why ready? Petron, nye ready. Ena ayo inso obosomfo so ko. Eda less nso nye ready. Yene Isaac. Bamaso. Akwa Isaac. Bamaso. Say Azik and so
As a Kimai,
my why ready I can say.
you, na, me, we Santina, and also, and you know, Marano, with it, and
Yanko
Chavis
so what
Apuna.
you know can suffer or so what I want to know. Yanko.
Yeah, and I know that. That was a Nipa Aqua, we are an impact, any
Nimpa.
impact.
Say Misata so
And as I remember, father,
uh-huh.
about we and my Yanina, a basin, with them.
But Odomo, baby Odomo Jina no
We are we
uh-huh.
Timina or say, but a food just so nachi. Dear action. A fin and also time as one says, Uncle. Timina, there be no cassette, but a four ninja so nachi. Many people are mobile, you know, or mobile bob brato or no mukovian and a brabono. That's one papa. A man there. My phone activity. Yeah, no, my father can home.
Yo.
My father. And then mammy, you know, Omuja. It's in
And
some media.
we are Jankantem.
Sure. At the age of, not my breadwinner of fee. Or no, my father.
Yo na Obaka 24 hours maybe an Abakan different thing.
Yeah, maybe there. I buy a want to go play now by in America for some kakra. What's the NDC I buy no? I buy or the fast row or the buffer from, or the buffer or the buffer row. Maybe all the buffer biara or more. Now, when idea, I don't see why people are still praising Obi or Burkina Faso. Name or criticizing Ghana government. Say, in fact, you had the artist of Burkina Faso ni to play. Say, a few Mukago, money more money to coin, you know, what the fucker go play now. No, what to be. Because I bring Kayashun Quadi Decora platform. So,
Say Obi so beba Abakan kura say Otona Nina no the assistant Nina no de ako.
the good are going to
You go to no.
that's
Say
how the
boxer.
mentality. When you pass in it, that it more. Me pass in it more. Say, ono ani krum, ade a wabɔ ho mpa ya aboa na ne nsa ka no. Sɛ ne nsa ka, ɔse abatoɔ no yɛto ma ne so ɔmɛyɛ saa nneɛma no nti ɔyɛ saa nneɛma no a ɛnyɛ hwee. Ɛnso Burkina Faso ni no so bɛgye tumi fi obi nsɛm sɛ ɔba abɛyɛ saa adeɛ no na ɔyɛ. Sɛ ɔno deɛ ɔyɛ a ɛyɛ biribi.
Because Burkina Faso ni.
Sɛ wohwɛ nneɛma a ɛkwan a yɛse yɛde 2 years bɛyɛ aban sɛ ɔde 2 years bɛyɛ Accra Kumasi Expressway ɛnra report ɛbaeɛ ne sɛ ɔmo adwi 17 point something kilometers so far.
Hey, any omo call money pa.
Yes, a ɔmo sɛ 170 plus na aka kilometers na ɔmo de 20 weeks ɛbɛ finish ne nyinaa. Saa nneɛma wei nyinaa bi ani hɔ a yɛ discuss no wɔ platform wei so efi sɛ ɛnyɛ ne favourite player na ɛbɔ nti ɔhyɛ goal koraa na ɛnyɛ anigye ma no ɛnso ɔte team no ɔpɛ sɛ ɔwini this is the government a yɛ vote ma no nneɛma no bi wɔ mpo a aban wei yɛ a yɛn nyinaa no na yɛyɛ anwene ho wɔamfa anyɛ campaign da saa cargo play yi mante ne baabi yɛ ada.
Yeah, true.
Accra Expressway koraa no na yɛnka campaign promises ho nti no there are a lot of things a wotena ase a na wohwɛ nipa ɛnora president sɛ o sese yɛ a ɔbaeɛ a sidi no ho ayɛ den na wahunu sɛ economy no agyina ne nan so no ama investors bebree aba Ghana nti ama energy sector hɔ no yɛ grade na yɛwɔ no esua nti ɛsɛ sɛ ɔkɔme wɔyɛ ɔsan cut short for another 1,200 megawatts 1,200 megawatts Kwame Nkrumah akoso mboda me 1,000 bi na ode ma yeyo. And so ya bon Nkrumah dia bo besi ne. Se ye no de yampa ye ne hunu na ye fi se eye no kru. Se de omo ka kire na ya ye de chen de ya nkasa ye te ho. Because ohwe said ye CJ Bible asem dia Yesu ye bo na se nem na ni ho ensu nipa didi pa ya bobo ho tight ya so da mu ne ye ka Kwame Nkrumah so ni si Ghana na ma nyina ye nyina but Kwame Nkrumah motorway na ye 19 kilometers pe o enye wa bia o ene wa bra na se me ba ye 200 kilometers expressway
Ba say
di papo
obi baka say obaye no nyanye ya na na do so kro kotwa ni nyina okotu asodan to gui me say aso otu judges dan to gui say o si
uze
aso
ade ba akono se eda se onye obi a o doubt a me no ya adwene because ye hu bi penti na ma abasa na mo wu ye obi a o gaze hu hia na ontimi
okay
nye
okay
so
okay
that kind of
Ano
conversation no
them
a different than obi a o say me de menji ni because se me kura na metaka se me nipa o ma meje Nkrumah na ema no bebredi ye President Mahama because na menji ni se tuntum ni anagana ni batimi ye nema bisa until se obeye president 2012 na me hu ni nema bibri se ene de omo kafa Nkrumah ho no betima aye nokore so enti so obi nji ni a eno de ya na me no mo ne problem because ofi say ono no o time frame any de ye dey time 8 years ekura ye no a na ka so di 2 years be ye we ya enyi so enti eno no ze ehun be painting na wa tro wa jeje ne ba na ordinary ato nche but when we come to the conversation of say sade no fa so be de wo so na nkwala ti school da mu munya hwe sa nkwala anya school ankwa efise ne maame board ye wantimi ameton anya sika ntia nti se kwan no ya ombetim de board ya aka nkura na ase ni nyina bankra ya ba beton
eno
ombetim de
de
kosua afri sunwan e de aba beduru tema ama ne bo ayefo na obi anya bi aton na watimi de ahwe ne ba no nti no there are some things I yes ye ni hi ansa na ye de fata eno nti na mre bi atwam na ye mu binum e kase nka free education no ayeze ye no free for all no he yes papa yi say Dr. Juan Sapon wa kosi dan 600 blocks bedroom capacity the ama school so papa ntu fees on here free education ana on here ana on here anti free education that nanka emente for obia because that papa no on here free na school no kura
papa o US ka say ono no na ho kire no ono betime anya practical ko US nti ono hia free education
on here free education. Oh, there are so many people
You can the same thing.
what I say enti no sa enema no ayeye na enu na ye hwehwani mu ba kan de na obi betima begina say obi benefit from free education na mo ye road Accra Kumasi road a eno ye benefit Ghana cars nyina de he na amfatama enti so obi sitama habo expansion ayetama motorway ama so de be ya na ema no betima afa so beduru fi ntama kwa bra na say the only free education all na ama obi if you be a household be benefit from unim nipa do omko ye fa say Bank of Ghana Medical Center Hospital so say ye de mu nyina hia platform back so na ebinum say omodo mu nyame ase so omodo omonwene seyenya I think say bronsam kra na omoda da say nke bebo omo because if they can think like us say baby a your friend is saying baby a nipa nyina nim tani da so ni na ho na ye dwene se ho na ni da so kese wo na mpa e ma ye good results ni quality things that is happening in Ghana no as the ga kura wo hwehwe ye na udi echi hunu se na mokura no how do you think how do you do it what I say akwa bi a oni ni nua ye ne woni maame yam na de o wa chire no efri ho fa ho sene be di kan e na pani no bi say how do you break through so obisa get to say how do you break through we are then ultimate sene me ho sa ebedi manim because na ka me na ese me bakane e mo na mo ze mani ate na mo tua de na mo wo onwanyinyini Some of us, you lose some, you feel some, but you people should even sitting down there, transfer, and I'm going to say, that problem, we didn't know who I am be. Because, say, yet, one, you say, can you do? No, be say, oh, and they doom so as a bar. Doom so, I didn't mamma, dear bunny, doom so bar. I think that drink as any drew beer. Your money in your jumayi, because you can see, say, mama, yedi doom so to a batiano. Nene wasaba, na doom swaba. Nani pentiment trans analyze say, ana, yene ekoso. Mahama told Ghanaians, say, may fix it doom sono at that time. Doom sono, I could form my day, as of for Cobo home pie. On the SDW, Obama technicians, any engineers, are fixing. Nti ni fixing numunu as I said kanea no go off kanea be anywhere yitimi gina so na ye fixing and we be betre kwan ya US na abroad advanced countries no omo ye omo dia sometimes omo ye adwuma enta go off enso no me fie o da bi ogro mutimi mai notice say bi ogro mo mai hwe but obehwe na light na dum monko am wo no just num the whole community dum wo no so a be si fom na ofro omo si o ye fix ya de bi na 30 minutes time light no baba ngono hwan na ọkọ challenge omo 30 minutes time baba ti se unware ya na se wo the light na hit you so there but more than say obetwan so no sometimes enema no bi dum wo fa aba we ya onye bro na ho den so na president no kura no na se ma o kan se o se hwe sika no aye de ye nwuma nyina no market ye ye sisi ni akwan ya ye 2000 kilometers at the spot. Ni nyina ye Ghana sika nko a enye bose. Anko abrane beba be gina ze president Mahama ba da no de wa bobose a chen. Ya abanda dado. Come on. This is na ye be criticize abaya. For me, I don't see any importance for me to criticize a government who is doing exactly what we were expecting him to do, even more than enough. And now the man is doing more than enough. Although may approach no bidum but in the due course, no, who be here. But so far as I buy here near ma or I was saying me change transformers. Now say yes, and no nama can no duma. Why is it to me so transformer they say was a son that's a bob as a son away. She say 6 months to cry timer in him saying there was a son away. Tintina quabrane say say no run ya and that's right. Nenura no no I am more be 8 years no so san no utimi ye no money quality and can ka yes san be one.
Yo,
Ti
Eda now the one who see.
many be breaker na we dey aba na aba so body na me dey ma no. Say dey make kai. Ye ma ebinum kwai say and I say ye convince ni pa bebre mo mo to aba. And ebinum ma ye so mo no omo be bom modern so be criticize aba no ne ma bone. Nti say ye ga say so omo kwai aba ha ye so ba bia ye ne hu no ye hu. Nti no e dey ye ba ye pese ye bo na ba so keke na ye tie mo nso a mo da so war criticism complex mu. E bia mo ye good on that. Nti mo ne hu above the ye hu. Ti mo ba na mo bo a na ya ta chire ne ya TV. Ti be da se bebre mi na.
Eda wakasa pa o so nkasa bebre ba to wakasa pa. Yo, o wa hene. Patron na o wa hene.
Ye,
Akwaba.
yenyo.
Na apom ti say.
Oh, dos.
Dos.
Yes, na me aye bibri.
Good.
Me aye bibri. Very bibri. Ya na te bia de chia. Na me de asidani aye yi. Ebe Nyankopon kan se me ye Ghana ni. Na empembeso bedu no. Me so no. Me de madwen kire. Ebo ase de o my Ghana bit me tumpon. na sedia mitimu bi na nka membe nyina nkudu ebia mfie oha no na Ghana na adetra kan mami kama se na me nkumi
Ghana ya o se mu odin na o pese ko 100 years.
Ai asma me ka me che se mi ko na se oman na me pe se de be se bi hu no na me ko mfie oha no na oman asesa ma sa na se manko ansana be hu oman se dia ne ye die be ebeye
na obetima tra Kevin Taylor mo ho 100 years ene
Kevin Taylor ni pa we'll pay attention to him now onwards no because
okay we ignore the answer.
Kevin Taylor ababa ye won say and can say abrantie no the all ye no on say nipa bu ho no your downfall oben esu on pe yi Kevin Taylor the all ye no I say so pe mahama asem enso on pe mahama asem
nti ebesa abo beka no frantoma
wo frantoma bon tuma mu wa ese bonyo no obon Kevin Taylor ni bo pe mahama asem o and Kevin Taylor ni MP NDC ni papa bi ne ni ye ene ne kasa ye ene se de osifate no se wo do nipa na wo pese wo ye bibi ma nipa no nipa no gusu dodie nipa na wo ye ka na ho asem no a ye wo se de ye kasa ma no emma nipa bi a omo mpena asem to be kase de abantin kan die ene wo ka die wo kne nsem ka no ye befa but nipa wo kasa ma no wo kasa no nipa dudu nyina bufu de wo kike ka no atem bi ni doso wo de hokwa de mfa ntunche eye opa na wo befa opa abrante no was say papa no nyina papa no any party enkankro me de sana me bitima sana me hu no was say papa no nyina so de enkankro o say no wo yama do bia nipa ewu ama no di kwakoye kasa ye ema nipa be kasa tia papa no di kasa tia papa no di papa no dodo enso ebia ka papa no oba ye se de wo yin adwuma nka dodo na apena asem but abrantie no a hwe wadamfo bu obefa na sa adamfo abeka so de adamfo wan hwe ya sa adamfo no kuro onu ko no ompew ye kete eni bi sa abrantie we si eni bi sa abrantie
no oben wo no wo de nkwansi so no opia no akotum nchena ka ho
mesi no akotum nchena ka ho mesi no bi na abrantie de ye no sa abrantie no to no mamu so no so se mo do papa we pa mi no papa we pa na asem papa we wo ye enipa bi a anka wo abaso ko be na tuma but enipa bi ati sa brand ni particular no wo said wo akikanse bumwa kikeka enipa few enipa de ni hwewa papa na bon ho modern bo straight papa yi campaign papa yi ye papa enemo tu ye bebrebe ni nsema no campaign message na ekro enipa bi tie na bubu free but na enipa bu fu abai dada no a okoye no enye abrante ni na tim di odi yo but papa na mafo say at this point no ye hwega na no politics ye di a wono no say di man because oba da na oba ye no amanfo man the chance amana ntima expressing who ye ntima nye do be ye amanfo hu people wodi mu but yanwa kasi ne twam ho kike kan sam tino ye kofa ne me kofa na ba etike bintila woto no woto na wodi atem no wodi atem di papa ye tia ma papa yi e de ono anka na kopon bie ni kwa na ba papa sa boy no sanka be endis na ka me bemba person make papa no so onu di tv no onu di tv na me juma
na tv no say enye NDC for na toma no na obetima dum no sa
money company can be on fire money company my money yeah money
court injunction beto no so
money company mama me say money company look I dey akwa here no e see the people be bufu but won say akwa see the no kura no G party see ho no no wo G o G if say chineni see ho no no this chineni see ho no I wodi ni moja see so one no kura won kasa see the branch where o kasa no Abrete kasa se de ono na oni mahama na ono na oni Ghana. Ono so ono na amamu ni sini na so. Osa, adi tell people who win tiasa. Ni kasa nyina ni tia kasa. Adi tell wo plus small boy we de wo ye. Na me kura bit my de me ntimi de wono sa abrante no wo ye. Me ntimi de wo ye. So what we say no. What make us what di ni panyina dem. Tell me what me ko fa what me ko ye o ma panyin so. Tell me what me kasa say mama cry. He thinks I support him. There is out of his mind. What did me for? I didn't know so kasa. She now a kid you can you cry you for us over to me. Debbie, it's me silly pardon exclusive for Casa. So for a lazy man in its own Takunam Tennis. What do you mean? What do you mean? I did also Casa. Yeah, I did will be a secret me. Yet me for silly pa, yet me for and Dimi Nipa, eh, dear. But you know, bit my woo, because about crowd to be a dunu. Now, casting him just anyhow. I think I didn't hear politics in track. It is, you know, you need self-discipline, you need discipline, be a woman. And you know, she said because of social media, you know, when you chance to conquer, I couldn't believe about one, you know, who be a I don't want the power so to conquer Boniba. Yanto, who from swim? Who was your penny? Who you gonna yakra?
I'm saying Abuja appointed to park.
O say,
Abuja appointed to park.
Nabuso appointed to park, and Nintra. And Nintra.
Quite I got 5 minutes into the Twasuna.
Okay. A Koya or my penny person, express. Is it express road? And I said, whatever express way or person. No, you say, with me, Manua. I didn't tell that I don't want that than the idea. Because that a quan a mere cacabet mafasui. That I know. Me who say a conanimsa. That I know soon you queen. That I know soon a quan war who pa a bit open up. Ye ding and then the young channel. Nay, say, expressway.
Now, offers watch it because then some no kind, maybe I'm not or that idea. Because or yeah, that now or crocodile that down, now I mono so at from pa.
Also, that I know. Also, more your crown, maybe who's some more because I'm saying we should traffic sometimes 2-3 days. Traffic was at night or quite useful and then just some good talk.
Na hene ofanko kwan no mo ye no enye kumazo kwan no
Ofanko kwa moye. Maybe who's some more ofanko kwa ya.
Free Accra Pokwa say ofanko sa one road.
That's ofanko kwa ni on the city if you could for the most so another
Ofanko side or the
no asem na America.
Then you mugu so if that you know more.
And foot
In America de. Tio.
Me pachuti nanse kwa mcha video ono enfutro enfutro said yeah and no ya say ya di pillars ne pillars ne so na as on say as ya omo je bibi omo ekwan no but ye ngusu du ono enfutro basa sometimes no kwa no unhu le wo so famu unhu sa ha na eko sa ha na ebo sa hifa na edio sa na edio ni na ba be ka to ono say ye eti fred da day back new expressway more comes with dream for so many kilometers my it's not some faster energy by yourself for quite they be enough to throw basic bang how many more dear maybe we start our question but new one warrior stay breath where there's images where one won't pass there's a problem I train and now 3 years 60 up to 60. I don't know, but they no from people did. But you really push out the no way seriously fatty. When you express seriously yeah. You just my balance is express you my the move. You know what's the key? I'm at me advocate I am more a quantity assassin daho. It's what it me ye matime de eye more than the kamu hono. Said you Dubai. Nanka Dubai ni Dubai shall some we met Dubai. And met Dubai must have some develop kono. Ever slip the Indian that Nina. Just wait me nebi. Just wait me nebi. Because the year didn't yet you support any come for sa you be no. Ubos and sugar talk cake. Name so called 10 and shoot me come. Then I remember 5 minutes now. So moving Kasabi, Namasaba.
Yo, you better was it. You better was it. You better was it. But am I? Why you ready? Because Okwa and Awaba. When you're ready, then Ben, I'm saying, oh, I do so.
You will meet that she really me bonnet up.
Yo,
I think I'm Timuna. Sometimes, yeah, na some the we are. Yeah, na muke can be good, so no, yeah, na I know it.
and you say, who you are no
First,
any no.
yeah, first, no, yeah, na assembly of why I near say, or more the con crash, no, could crash for no coca because or no, or nim kind. Oh, we would see the Omokan near can't you, but only what think about na yakaka some could crash. But the Neddy, Moody Atoya, a radio history of the for they been produced a Timikin kind of create such. 1, 24-hour economy. Yet one, yebe twaba, na Mahamazo, 24-hour economy. And obo hundo. Na, ye busai. Say, a dear pan, a friend 24 hours economy. And ye bibia. Every explanation ye be. Mo asɛm yɛ mo anim sɛm obiara kyerɛkyerɛ ne dim ebi mo se mayanka ebi mo se yɛbɛyɛ electricity ebi mo se kyɛ sɛ nsɛm ne deɛ bebree nti akyire yi ara na wɔn de biribi baa sɛ 133 na kyɛ sɛ 1 job 3 people saa na akɔyɛ quite ayi kakra ɛnɛ ɛhwɛ sɛ obi sɛ ɔbɛyɛ biribi a yɛmfa mpaebɔ ntaa n'akyi na ɔtumi nti yɛwi ne aba ewie afei na ɔmo kɔtena mo ne suo gabriel mo kɔtena ase a yɛyɛ na ɔmo de biribi aso ɔke adeɛ ne deɛ yɛakɔyɛ ne deɛ yɛnkɔyɛ yɛfrɛ ne sɛ yɛnsisi market nti afei deɛ ɛmafo kasa a ne yɛde 24-hour economy market na gye sɛ yɛyɛ 24-hour economy no yɛyi afiri hɔ de market abɛhyɛ hɔ nti yɛsei no adeɛ no market ɛne yɛbɛsisi. And it does not represent what you sold to us. But whatever, send ye, well, the obit me now, yeah. And you know, at the end of the day, people will there, they will applaud you for what you did, and that's what you will do. And until, but one people say, hey, we don't read, we don't, we don't want to understand that. Then I don't get the idea because at the end, ube can't be fufro, and now we be fufro. Another breath. And omudi asan be wom say we a private individual now per se we a 24-hour economy ni bia na je say do propose aba na aba na boa say the be ya wetimi afa nipa bebre then I was say enye NDMP before strategy e bia 1D 1F and this we be o company now we say we betimi afa nipa na o mama oskanoi and this for ya mo fighting ko for say o mo di wiasika and I won't boa and I say the same system and I'm also say my adapt. Yan fa no to nche. Alupre ya abe. Ghana buy na toy Mahama na toy. Say Mahama na toy ke beko parliament o. Enya Mahama na toy. Kago yi e friend say friend say Ghana Ghana. Ghana is public company in 1990. I one guy be I think it was a more through as something new. private company. And oh my God, it's also a fan. Yeah, oh, yeah. How much? And this just say, yeah, as can be you
Yeah, Sam. 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 Sam.
Mutimenka.
Technical difficulty be by own.
Yeah, I think so. Mutimenka.
Whatever tongue can.
Okay. Yeah, I think I drop. Oh, yeah. Okay, I think it will be a thing.
Sisi ade yɛte nka.
Okay.
Ben na na ɛka tɛw. But wɔkɔ.
Yeah, but I think I drop. Oh, necessary. I think I drop.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know. The drone is so.
Ɛyi bɔ chairman. Petron.
Okay.
Petron ni hɔ deɛ na ɔma ɛbi aba.
Okay. You just say. Yeah, fair no my banty. Yes, I saw a bay. Fair no my back. Let's see. Things is still a man for having difficulty. So let's see.
Abi deɛ ɛm sɛ also.
Yeah, but maybe on T and can.
Okay.
To train more. Yeah. Because I'm out for banner get things people might still be experiencing some difficulty. Anyway, okay, there 1 hour 20 minutes because they're turning to God's way. Okay. I'm out for remember I'm eating Kumar. Yes, Prince. That's why I say so from the beginning.
Mr. Body, hello. Mr. Body.
Yeah, experiencing some difficulty with but
hello.
Yeah.
Aja ba fere mutumin kana miti koyi na.
Yeah, what's a call?
Amika say mai. Oh.
Yeah, I think I drop off. Yeah, fair amount for share say plenty. So over to us from we are
Na Mr. Body mi so wa me dru hin fa na. Ti koyi.
I think no can be see 24-hour economy no.
Ta. Enti play na sema me kan ni nyina no.
No. O shall say we plan no. O say Mahama na toy.
Yeah.
Right after that, I started
Yeah.
Okay. So we shall say if we plan no more no.
Okay. Nti de na me kan say play na ai bune wazi eja. Oya o sia oye. Nti na e ma adwen ya say na Ghana is because Mahama ka so be revive your friends Ghana we see there. But no need. We need a private company. Air Ghana, a private company. Omo ye cargo and Naija. Omo agumenti omo nema na when we play back kwaba. Enti nye Ghana for dia. And I say nye Mahama ne toy. Ka Mahama ne toy ya nke beko parliament. Na nkoma approve. Na nka yakoye. But we dey obi compete. I say mo the fans ne money sana. We has a obi ye be chirimu ambeka se yeta no. Enye yeta no. Nti yesrɛ mu a mo yɛ amomfa nokorɛ no nto baabi a nokorɛ da ne yɛhu because woka sɛ yɛyi akoto pere abɔ wɔyɛ na yɛwɛsɛ sɛ deɛ ɛkɔno mfasoɔ ɔba a yɛn nso na ɛyɛ obi dea ɛnyɛ fɛ nti yɛsrɛ mu a nti na ɛdeɛ ɛnyɛ mepɛ sɛ mede ɛka ho no nti sɛ obi nso bɛtoa so a ɔntoa so.
All right, but I was why no but to us on
me ma event sapone ni nyabe mothers me fit se ankra ai wo ye ne dwuma wo krum ha no mo na wetimi ayi ade kesi ama school ama presec just say I am if ye I am if ye say me did say the why ye a bit be a nipa be business people or my gun and no a bit be a nipa be a dinosaur ama a nipa at my be aboa kese pass the opinion a ye and I'm say ye may draw no more doors so na trebia obeko schools board ma won say pressure e wo schools no so aba bitima ye groups ka so mbe ye be ya busina ya tiko e be ya na be atiko na fe yintimi nye enti for him to build 600 is it bed or whatever 600 rooms or what now why you no kunya bi nim say opanyina ya dia me ne I me fe pa obi anhye no ono an de no ankasa ne pe aye die wayi na me nhya ne bebi bre efie duesia we no ne friend say legacy no woni ho no mo a de bia wodi no eda ho we ne friend legacy oba ye no okoye no ye bo sapon din a ne ye kopreseka edin bo ho din de opanyini bi bai si na ya can't no na wo hwe education minister so koye we grace occasion no panyini onim kasa dada de no matoto so a keke kan ama de yefe hwe party we ka so no the pressure ba between pass on for pressure to be bia so on for pressure we appreciate de nyankopon ayama no na woni ni nua bema kwame despite na watani ni echi more than enuanom enna me ka say wonya oyonko bebrebe oyonko a wo bibi chia obetima tene wo oyonko betimi okọ kukuom na mako discuss asem na yemfa asem beto abonten menti o mu bienu asem abonten da se omo da bi omo nam yomo korum be ye di omo atem menti bu komo anu omo sika munya na nye na den ye di ano ye di yempa de papa da nti oma ya di ama ndukun yin se ayefe na last time na branch ye friend no niyama be ye bi fe this is the second time ade o my Ghana will say ye betimi aye se ya ye nyina de odo yetimi nye odo yetimi nyina timu se ye nyina ye Ghana fo se nua no fu nua mienu kwam despite ne yi saponi se do mienu nyina komti bom no ye din ya ade no na be fom mienu nyina as Ghana one ni nyina ye dine se nyina ye Ghana ba ko pe ne nye papa mu Ghana ne nye policy ne be papa mu Ghana ni nyina bi hu se ade ne ye yankasa ye de ne betimi ayam na ye fa ye betimi ayam na ye fe ye betimi aye enipa ba ko pe enipa ba ko pe hwede waye de birthday si ye wo hwa kra na wo hwa kra na wo ka kra se ye Ghana ena wo ka kra se e be United States wo be hwa de obo ka se be Dubai be peace ka fumus ka fu bi asa Arab fu ska fu ni bi en wo ye bi de ne fesi ade efe de efe se na me pese hu Ghana se na me pese hu Ghana fo nyina betime ye be bom na yi o man yi ade ne ko bone ya ne be ka atem de nim en kantwie nim ase ye ne ye was went kan ye was ye kan sa enti enye kura ne be defended ye enye ne kura ye ntimi go in the way and pan the concern or address no so ye hu say enti ni sa the concern no ebe ye yidi e ne kwa be ne be fa so e bitimi address concern masako the concern ke be free ho no na oman na tima ye oman ye ba be attack di pano and I'm say one the one kan ye hu ni nti no one kan ho ye oman Ghana prekope enti se mpanimfo no ayi do ma amomo no so mu nyina no ebe she say be able to dia. They sa omitwin kabum be omitma mayen kabum o mani na din kabum ayamra no bitu ye djuma bibia ye dia o man no be kof boko. Ah, de na efisi mentimi anko bidie na kakra me hwe me hwe mentimi hwe wie se na mbese me hwe mu Ghana se Ghana metimi akwa me se toma Ghana na efisi me nko ka Dubai asemo me ka America asemo me ka Europe asem so me ba America no na ko America se dia brand ejino glass nko di tu no so no heaven no me na kam nyana kam de Ghana de tu no se because you will be bit was say bibia you will be bia just Ghana new club bit my also two kan could do 20 years na 30 years I didn't even know didn't see a question to know the because en kabum ni o no kure ni o oh no kabum ni o no kure ni ho no dia obewie school ni adwuma ye enti no eno mo bewie ma ye no yasa ko defend wo no a support wo no na komo de ye ye ma no ma me pese me hu Ghana said me hu sa party a branch ye sa fe ye we say eni baba akopɛ eni ni na support na ana aboa no na ma ya de fefesi I fe do just e bia wa obeka so oh ni sika na nye sika papa opa lo enye fe ku school ti me ku si schools kama be hwe bank best na sisi won mo kra na me ku school sa bank best no kra me nye ni na me da so wa advance na wa improve no dormitories no hwe dormitory kra na wo hwe the way dormitories ni fa ati to say yes papa no oboa no so be ya ade no wa yi enti sre me den kabu mu de hia me pa so man be yi a ye tie ye boy homodin kakra we ai ye mpa e boa ni se o man no e betima yi o man no because ye tu kwan da nti nim se sifati ye nim se na form eye ahuto kakra bi no wo konyo ba bie na ana se omodi no bia cross kantan cross na ama ya kekeka ho ana ya kefo se ene na ye the best omoda kantan cross ye friend say omo loss no ne no ma bia omoda chichiri kuro na omoda tackle ye na ya kamu na ye intimi nkɔ ne intimi ma ne intimi film intimi betre ko because o kwa na wa gwas wachi ene sisi na ke ye ni ye pa anka ye fa no wo wiase a se de oman ga de sifatie enam se bad leadership ama ye nukure nyina sa ene ye do nyina ye dodo ehu nyina etimi afie mu anka man be pa se me dwun ko akire pasere me sifa hu sire na ga sifatie a kakra me hu ye no ene odo na ke wo ho no odo kakra na wo ho no na ke de build ku yi a ke ku be pa na ka be ye efe krasne o man Ghana ayatna so ho no mama Malaysia Singapore very saying sa ekuya me boy DCC won mu nyina baba san ho a sla na eguso ye de eguso tie to so intimi wi aye kora ye tie to so entrance ko intimi ntra ye tra ne aso ye chi intimi ntrampo ne akaya se baba tra to so atima sa ababa abawia intimi nu wia ye confuse eduso sibibri ye we chire pa de ka me ka se ye we chire pa ye hwe capital se de sifatie ye hwe capital ya kwan ye sanitation say sanitation sifatie ye drainage system say sifatie ye hwe ye capital say sifatie ye hwe ye capital nkwa say sifatie ne de kanfo mu ye hu si ya kachi ana mu hu ye misre bebre mu hu si ya kachi say capital kwa say sifatie kwa enye ni nyina na so kwa abuchira mutiti mo mutiti chiri mu hwe ai no kwanye capital kwa no mo hwe the way system no sifatie mo drainage system mo water system mo lighting system would nke kubias gana nyina kura nke big problem kwa na capital ne die ke static capital ne yi ka gana nyina nka nchire nyina nna su ya ka aha no nkwan kan kwa da wasa ke setting yi ye money ye but senesi fati abanya ba aban ko abanya ba aban ko ye support won ya ne mo ye de mo ye no omo ya ne defend won emante say mo ho no no na say ye tu kwan enti mu sa broni e physical and I say wo kra we a customer in a shopper wo to ade kra na you want to make sure say wo pie no na onko fa de bi kra na say wo scan bibia wo di pie mra yes scan here because so wo pie na senses no the way you mess so crowd say hey I didn't know you return into the shop and then go to the security and let the security inspect you bad need because you say law and order with me I be no one can say one call and then BP and one can security couldn't open up I will say security be one no one can what's our back yeah check I didn't know how the interview is omu wia na support one omu wia na bibi bia me say bibi bia na kwem I am unti asesa bibi bia okunu yetim bibi bia na kwem na ebaba because am na okrum han wo hu mran dis wako court adinti na wuntimi hu mran wabonten na court nkora bako hu mran no adinti na mran no entimi ni wabonten because wo drive kora na ekwan wo nam so no kwan nya papa road marking ni so road signs ni so eno an see ye drive gigi ye pre na see am drive am kodu junction bi se mu traffic light be say me do say traffic light no junction no afu bia di tribom one enko na utienya wo ka ban ne da bom ye di bom police de ba so a di obekeka ogigi amunyina monko em ka obechi ebeko munyina mo yonko mbibie mfa enti ye kanfo ye de ne kanfo nisa ebi emenye sure say na Dubai na enye nyu baby eduo no menye sure say Dubai citizens no na womu they were looking for the best. The leaders always went in for best architects. They will pay them huge sum of money because of more oil is kind of uncle D leaders no kwa leaders who say I didn't abane japadiama ye yemfanya dia ye nana no ni ye man ni ye yire no they will also enjoy than say omufia kotra America omufia kotra now they'll be so happy and then they'll be in their 2x4 rooms and the 2 rooms and 3 rooms no and be defending whoever is in government no thinking say baby I'm better than no they made it well say you have to still come back because you're creating environment defend you but we enjoy say na ye lambasto mo fie no em na o mo ye di nyina no utim say still 10 years 15 years ko ye no 20 years you two coin flow man mo no wo mo fancy say papa be bia be ma me anka se maka say 20 years makota na break 20 years it is say the ma me anka se me pija mo better no man no na me ba that conducive environment no I can adapt to it we need side you don't have it. You don't have it. So we good hospitals, good roads, good sanitation, good day, certain area America, airport areas one. We be nice and playgrounds be so be able to also be me who say be ya. Not no can. Me wife. You do I think it was about one kid no. Was about I think was it 500 Ghana cedis I think so. A kid just to enter was about 500 Ghana cedis. And they didn't come 1,005. And there was some games going on. You still have to pay to enter the game. You need proper grounds. I'll be concluded to my court. Now, keep here. Just a families be they can afford like 30 cities, 50 cities. They can still enjoy the same facilities. Sango for you need be capital. You need be. But we keep praising Salmo and no man can take it. But my young cause you want to ye. You want to ye no. Baby, you need be fat and cray. You found cray, you go come Nyankopɔn adom na me fa me mai na yɛdi ɔmgu kam yɛtumi dwa biara kɔ sɛnkyi na yɛdi nkura hɔ akɔhwɛ bi ɛyɛ mmɔdenbɔ ɛyɛ ɛden ɛyɛ just ɛden just kind of woman ano ɔhye renting boom asɛnkyi ɛne nkura yi aduane ɔmbɛdie ɛne sɛ no nyinaa wotim sɛ ɛwɔ soro dodo adan nipa dodo so bɛtumi adentini tumi ma fam na nipa nyina tumi nyɛ bie wokɔba pɛ yɛhu abɔnte pɛ yɛsi akodo mu sika ɛyɛ mu sika ɛyɛ ne nkura no ɔmbɛtumi adwene pa nkura bebree tumi nwa adwene pa because ɔmo susua no the facilities ni no maybe okran he also mutimi hu no ɔmo hu bi da when no be something and confirm any estimate I say no correct but masa amanfo pre where you say but no correct but still now okay I want you too much ejuma siketua ejuma you too much say the last mekai musi affordable houses amankofu affordable house teachers and government workers necessarily said you to amoka and I send them betia more send a mutu omoka na send obeti sa otiminya eden bia say 10 years or 15 years say ni pay mo 2005 3000 send a mutu free mu and na send be kind of ho no the transportation you send the proper transport system cross system no you send the proper transport system obaka say the UKT wo card what be £60 and I said whatever pounds that better good for a week and I just travel not just who at least what whole month no we safe you be we to a teku simple to a teku to a simple and to once a maybe a year to man unko tourist no usika nyina asa walk high than 2-bedroom for 3-bedroom I eat yet to be 1,005 and I said 500 I don't know but send me pan say nya it has sa no mo ke kan me na me tia na me hu no so mo ka kire yo sa no mo ke come and tia so work is pay you say cause school for nyina do na kwan school for bua ye wo platform you so enipa bi kasa be ti sha me say ewrati nyankopon it is a nipa unko ko we say mu enanka ne oyi adwuma okumu ha no nanka se dia system ni fatie ye twa na advance ye twa na bia 7,000 Ghana cedis kura do some no we expenses na ne ko see even kura 5,000 no we twa bibia na oya 2,000 ho no mo na we twa 2,000 obetimi the 500 Ghana cedis atu ba bi no 1,500 da ho enti Ghana for we bring Ghana ha no Ghana for we bring Ghana ha no oh my system is so hard to the extent say won't be any kwaso ba better system oh my Ghana for nyina ya krofo obi adwuma ni wia obi adwuma ko school pa ne so ko school nim de wo ye pa wo nim we twa hwe adwuma but na so the pay nyinti no we tumi tre no ho nya adwuma no e ma sika ma adwuma no e mo no so ntwa ni kayie ne de na ne se wo bi wia no sa gidi pe masa ye wo sambebri ne doso dodo enti leaders no momye no mo hwe no mo bunye no mayie mayen the mammy and sa o mo ku mu hanu I am a kasa with pain because no mammy and sa ku I'm always praying say per the system of who ho no na me force na okay no to my thinking we can do it here for me to keep my kids here dey na obenyini obedu fie bi so no ko wu agu ba bie na ebia wo ma entimi ntro mani hu se wagya anase enna se se obetu ho na yembe hwe wo kura anase yemfa fo kura na yembe hwe be ko be hu entitie bi eni suban bi se enkro mu wo papa no maame no mo tu enfie bi a wo mu fuma empanyin enti no yentie futu ntuo mo fo ye pe ne ye yo etimi kotimi basile sifatie enye se de temi eti emma ntimi sa honom ne da ko bi no me dis betu aje honom wo de omo de hoto je betu o haka kra ne afia ho so haka ni apia omo wo hanom mo maye de o so mo ye maye na me meyi se ba ko be doctor no so de na ko ka ho ba ko be engineer otikum ni o engineer o Ghana hanom jo be say no be surgeon no obo kro no ko ni ko so me pa ye body ni bi o mu wi de mu nyina be ka che wo de no A crowd to sorry now what much sort of contribute between minute in common said the open. No crowd to one said then. What can so phones Uncle Nama Bravo. There be meeting. And young me and Nimbre. Me and Nimbre, you cry. The crew idea. Yamin or the Ache. Qua above here. To be a cover, people are above 50 to be doing yaji. They are eating, they enjoy. Now I see them so happy within them because they've come to an environment. They see an environment where it's far better than theirs. They see it. They see the freedom that they get here. They see it. They see the atmosphere. Say, and you're conducive.
You're not born to finance and a time, so I'm not, Mammy
Yo,
Sapper.
Nana, silent here. We are not appreciating what we have, but trust me, the kind of people I meet every week, every day, no, are you foreigners, no? I know, say they know, say Ghana is the best place to live. It's just that we don't have the right leaders to change the course to make us also feel good and enjoy our country. And it's I to in our party, thinking say maybe one the best. Opinion, but do I know say mama also be my baby.
Gas the wakasa mobi just after show so Petron send your over to us.
No make us because some people say be a one mama kwanza make us so come jada.
Never so be anyhow. Petron to us.
Now, I'm for Hopana, not your chin, and I'm a chin, I'm a friend of my head, And that a chronic crabby. Now, offer body to the Viana a per se TV because Ghana couldn't so be a very, very difficult to have a very dispassionate conversation on national issues. That become very, very, very extremely difficult to have conversations on national issues. I enter go. I'll be in baby Andy whatever. Obinna baby in for baby and show home. We end this in we MPP. It's very, very disheartening. Tiana it's heavy work on so media. Don't make me a many who says he play me about Mahama to play. Check here. I'll be going to draw my attention. I play the grass. I can't go play no. I'm so okay. I'm a boy check a cry. Upon I play the end, and my one minimum papa. The bunny is for a war more Ghana Nibia. My one trabuzi. And down for plan my boss, Alaja Smabanda. Minimum papa. Bra. At one point, doing so be a buy, for time, no. Na, madam for back or rabu. Yana a imribia, your fat truck near Buddhism. A good drum, yako fele, above for a no more more residential. No, a fele papa feels to be a large bandana, a fele and a wife there, Sumano. So, a private person, in fact, said, economy no you good into near my find to know soon as you may cost. Yes, sir. Say, Casa Ghana got to play there, just say. Nipa did to me, I show myself some woman. Say, races ye digu or mutrism, mutimu your mother. The banners are no so, I know almost throw some more better ready baby, a dangerous. They say they need to take risk. So, the banners are, and almost throw some better taking risk. Be a maybe wow, and a madu once I can, baby, but touch him like a crack. Banners are more feligitry, Bribia, person, Bibia. Man for na be bomb abaso ti baby kura ye ni sika se ke de be ye no pense no de o man ni di mu akobọ besia de aye sɛ saa bere ya deɛ wobɛhu sɛ nneɛma wɔyɛtwa no information but ɔkyena no how much are we paying for saa decision no a nipa no ɛmɛkeyɛ nti bɔbɔde ɛma no yɛ difficult wontumi nkyerɛ w'adwen dispassionately wontumi ɛnaeɛ na
sɛ ɛno deɛ wobɛkyerɛ ne nipa no ka koraa a saa na ɛteɛ dadaada nyinaa sɛ saa na ɛteɛ so far as sɛ society na ɛfi mu no woka koraa na sɛ yɛtaage wɔ a ɛsɛ wokɔ so kyerɛ sɛ na kyerɛ sɛ woyɛ ɔmansapa
ɔbɔbɔde wonim bibi matena matoa nsuo asoa nsa na menim sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ mu dorɔteɛ matena Ghana pɛn na matena manɔne nso pɛn so amanɔne no yɛwɔ wɔn a wɔnyɛ politicians yɛ pure engineers and technicians and mechanics so ɔmo kɔ fam na ɔmo yɛ adwuma no a ɛmfa ho deɛ politician no ɛka wɔ soro hɔ yɛma ne lay down so na ɔde yɛ adwuma but Ghana no ukuta saa dibire no naso wobɛka yɛwɔ nipa bebree ɔmo aka ɔmo ano mu ato mu o akɔm wɔ nimdeɛ paa mpɛ sɛ yɛbɛtaage no obi bɛtire sɛ okura aba abɛpira wo aba abɛyɛ wo biribi na me ne wɔyɛ adwene sɛ woka ne nnɛ sɛdeɛ woka ne nnɛ no ɛsɛ wɔkyena so sɛ nkɔ yie a wotumi ka ɛsɛ wɔkyena sɛ nkɔ yie a wotumi ka nti yɛbere no ɛyɛ ayɛbe about 2:10 ɛwɔ baabi a mewɔ yi ma memfa nsia na me nuanom no so bi mbɛka bi wae me nua meda ase bye bye
yo yɛn nso yɛbɛda ase Mr. Abe wobaa na wokɔ de bɛma ɔwɔ ahene bi o Mr. Abe wasan akɔ bio
wasan kɔ
wasan akɔ enti ɛgya atoa so kakra na ɔwɔ ahene mmerɛ sɛ na deɛ ɔwɔ ahene show
yeah enti deɛ yɛka no sɛ hwɛ ɛkwan a yɛfa so bu yɛ maa no yɛsɛ yɛkɔtena ɛpono ho bio saa we and them yɛne ne wɔn mu no mmoa ɔman te sɛ Ghana mmoa te sɛ ɔman Ghana mpakyɛ me ɛntumi mmoaeɛ ɛfiri sɛ yɛfotoɔ no sua enti no sɛdeɛ mpanimfoɔ bu bɛ sɛ ayi ɛfɛn sɛ atopɛnkoro yɛnto no kwae bɔne mu no wofotoɔ no sua nyɛ fɛ na wode kɔ nante baabi ɛno na ma na politicianfoɔ no mode amemene mfe kɔyɛ certain project a wobɛhwɛ no aka werɛ mu no bɛhwɛ no aka werɛ mu a whole Sawia regional hospital pa na bɛsi ndɛ air conditions ne ade a yɛkra nyinaa da ho gu nsuo mu a ɛntumi nyɛ adwuma biara na ano so yɛsɛ yɛakɔsi hospital bi wɔ Kasoa hɔ adani a wɔn a yɛde hospital no hyɛ wɔn nsa no equipment a wɔn kɔ akɔtɔ no wɔn inflate prices ma World Bank sɛ okay na ne yɛ nna mmoa mo bio hwɛ wabɔdwe wayi o na so me na me hwɛ kwan ne nkyɛn nkɔtwa ho member kyekyere ma wa so amba megye mu wo Ghana no a wo ni sika no wantimi enye sika amfa nsi hospital ne bi World Bank bɛboa wo so a kashira wo bɔtɔ ka no so $111 million ana ɔmo kyerɛ World Bank hwie mu ana no ka niema mo sɛ mo atotɔ na ka mo de banda no de dodo me ntua bio ɛne sɛ ade na aka Kasoa hɔ na yɛntumi mie no yɛde we kɔpo manam wu na wɔkyema ya wode adwuma hyɛ ne nsa no wɔno wɔsɔre a no wɔkye nkokɔ ne bi wɔbɔ no tɔdwɛ na bɛyɛ dɛn na adwuma no akɔ yi ɔmo si hospital bi wɔ Amasaman hɔ baabi ɛberɛ a COVID ne mu no ɔmo de amanfoɔ kogu hɔ bɛsi na ayɛ wira emu afusatu sika no so ɛndɔɔso na ɛde bi agorɔ atɔ prɛsa Yeah. Say yenu anu mini bi aba say Alex Robert Transfer why? Offer body me na say. I'm say wasan ko. Musa san. And I say bi ana network ni yo my side. Yeah, ye ni sa sika no e betu agusa. Na anu ya yesi ye kwa kwesi sagreme. $200 million and ya tu agu wirem ko. Amfanfa so bia mbrega na mri.
M1.
Esi ekosi National Cathedral. Ye kan say aso ne de wo bibre wa ho ye beka bi say na me hu ade abehye omutrim. Cause adwen papa bi ni omo ne critical thinking ability bi anti de omba ye ne say omo ye ade a say nani no ebeye oman ne fe. Ebe nipa dodo no afa. Okobubu amanfo dan kotwa amana si ho. Over $100 million. Eno ekọ waste.
Abi wabana.
Aba.
Abi minim se ne no so onye radio.
So be office abrante no so ba no ko.
Eyi edala sem se ne ho no network. Enankasa na
Network
yi na
no
ye rough kakra.
rough kakra okay.
Nti ama
Se na
nipa no ba obekasa o te nso on TV na chese.
yeah
Sa no sa
bibi
go
ba.
back. Nti
Yeah,
enye omo fault.
Andra nkomo na mudi na anu mehwe amfoni bi. Na President Mahama ana oka bibi fa free SHS. Na oka bibi afa eye sadia oman no mmofra na ewo mu no kwan a yefa so kire omo ade no enkoyie. Na de okeka akosi ya ne se Nigeria ni bi adwuma wo World Bank se UN ho ba bi. One no aka bom fe na omo ba beye obode nhihye beto akwam no aba address that issue. No sanso de ebi kofa free SHS no. Na yempani mfo ya no omo ni yendi ni. Ghana education no ekuta nkrabata bebre. Minia. Ye wo baby a eye quality control. Ni wo baby so eye funding. Funding no is separate from quality. All along the education system ni na no SNQ eba form. No bi so nani so ade hunu se e form na eba no ono de won fa ho na mbom ni padodo e kom na nam se omo ni sika ye de akwakohye ekotuatua entry fees ni entrance fees ni ade enti no me de meye ni free e wo mfinfin ho. Ba se de ebeya education no ebegina brane efiri bra ye be wo abofra no akodu ko obekọ university ne de wo de what see ono de wafa mede one pe eka ye bo ho na nye kaketwa. Basing that making the sustainability of that free SHS no e wo mahama ho. So e wo mahama ho. Ubetime hu se obi abie private school bi kwa preparatory school enipa no wo man ni mu no wo adesua no mu no a wo kire wo ade no obi kura won call training school pen o ordinary people teacher what much less up preparatory ya dia ma they rub shoulders even beyond one more ye di omo akọ school papa no mo aban school mu na bisa won say dan is it supervision, is it motivation? San kommon na ye nkommo ese yedie. Oh, na bibie beye bia no ye di kwanya obenya political leverage ne di animu nti no. Akwa de se so ogufuo bi kogu aba e bi kogu enkasa emu no ififi kakra eyin no ana enkasa na memi ana na afai. Oh, Ebe koso say ya. Esika ba na edi be di say adwuma. Electricity entwa ye. Aban mienu ni nyina nim die nti a entimi ntwa ye. Bisa me no ka say the distribution cost and operational losses no it's almost 40% and will be entry. And it's 40% loss no omudi chegu ya so yetua. The
Uh-huh.
kwanya ye beko so avoid this almost between 35 and 40% na ni twegu kwa no. Honi yenko ho. Esora na ye de ato ha we edum so we yedum so we no di we buy we yes and meanwhile we are losing 35% of whatever we generate. Ada say electricity corporation for na Nigeria omunkoji sika ni ye and our operation machines ni bia ye dada enko ye eniama bebre na account for that. And then no me who say ministers from both MPP near they say that this is our problem. Let's sit down and find out the best way to solve it. Me nyanti. Oh me dey me dum no. Oh me story. Me na me dey Mary buy. Me na me di well. Meanwhile no sa private contractors yes sign now incentive but the politicians have incentive in it. Eh abegina ha ne ya keka ye ho sa no
Petro mama here say omo mamba no bete nka.
Ayo me da say.
Mr. Abe, Adabuache.
Oh yeah, I won't cast a Timon Campa loud and clear.
You any koso any Petro koso. Petro koso what?
Oh inti no how potin da ho no akoye say NDC no what power. The MPP in Empire boy in say failing on some back. How can you rule a country like that? Say MPP for also what power. Empire boy in now say MPP from and cause some mess no sweat me back. This is I say I say a croto minimum and bomb you. The air can I did the one form who and form was on sorry or than a land cruise or up and down. I'm conform me good one who almost says idea kai form on fan bi. Sa aban suku or in a me who parliamentarian be or saying a backo a Ghana suku nibi as I told for me I'm here to find out. Ka baby ye dia ban adwuma hye won sa ane oba na okọ he kra se oyi ni ba ban suku mu bi. Oh, hospital ye pre hui omo no oyare ya no wafa plane pu a no okọ. Na ye de we kopo mana mu. Ti ma no I mean emu tna ye mu asem ka ye ya. Untimi nkasa mo obi nkasa obi a nipa we de wo kana dwen a ye ntaage. The yakeka ya hu na politician no de anije o de anije na okọ ne bank nti obe free parliament no na kakra won nsem okodwom a police ni ba kudi na chi kama o say police ni di wachi ani usura jana kwatna ba bia ofa abotisem papa because we need to change the way Ghana is being governed enye papa me hu o man bia akọ na nimu a it was so divided front minyan hu bi minyan hu bi oman a the front no be
Yeah, me say any divided oh. Na back no mom na divided.
no front you divided back no omofa resources for me front omofa resources for me e di o matem wa kire ono ma no mo so ama omo aye den they will be forced to play nonsense o de me yamfa 2008 pa na free SHS ebe mo pa ka se ja ko num ko hihye school dresser omo de ye campaign mu ne ade it caught up with the masses. John NDC who said, no. I'm saying 2012. NDC who said, no. I said that they are an day. Then they also came out and said, okay, yeah, free SHS. Nemo you be making sure facilities to her first. And Sana tell there you be 200 blocks. Okay. Okay. It was as a result that almost counter free SHS no one. Na deba. Man for astomo. Into 200 ye blocks no. Na sika bi enda ho. GOG funded. In your main chadie. Ebra omuka na World Bank so okay ni waka sa de bemba mu 23. 23 was financed by the World Bank. Ebra omu be fisu no mo wie 43. NDC we 20 plus another 23 from World Bank. I have 43. 43 no, but not even a single one was operational. But meanwhile, no near we painty, so you take pictures there I can pay. But not even a single one was operational. Not even a single one. But in our commission here, in the pedi a school for no many a teacher for many a day could boost the incoming government. Na akwaso sa so yes kabo besia na oye project no twa mfoni no de begugu so a no waja to baby yes you say your wage bill so that no, this country is not being run properly, I'm telling you. Me who said you're running your mind pa me who de tutu baby a who be that baby baby no ade beto to ho abe hu say oh no crepa say kwan nam so yi e de eba akosi awie pa menya hu bi baby da me mo no ne kakra wa de na yes gracia ne de afene beso no waje akọ of awadi me de manu be sia no be abe
yo abe still when you ready and that was what to us so
I just don't go so. Wow, es gracia. And the umbeji. Hey, what you say? I don't need it. I thought I was Ghana, so to meet myself. I would have for no mas resa. You know your own yes. It's so shameful. And then I'm the simple question people saw when you say BNPP NDC independence of whoever is ruling us. Education UNO declares it's a child right. Why is a teacher for every school to no munya juma? Nurse for every school no munya juma. Abraham chip come in the padano. And yes, people. I can tell. I said, women so young Cassantia sad no man. Makurasi school ko CGSS 3 teachers, 4 teachers in the hall. Meanwhile, the finance minister have budget teacher be school. Even I just say kind of man Kobe. So they don't care. Mr. Minimum man Kobe because you're my and you want me to come and defend these people? I mean, hey, no maybe, but the fundamental needs that if they are able to tackle it, but that is when we know move of mind. Education is one key factor in this way. And they want to change the tablets. And it's your idea. Just your priorities, yes, they can set priorities, but common education, says, I don't know, some crassy any be school, no teacher for CM. I'm at the parliament jacket, yeah. I mean, there's a question until say will be a while, but my baby man, the American say, and I'm in Casaba, Papa Bia, my MPP and DC. Nobody has been able to do anything to help the lives of Ghanaians. If you have a say, Yabo Badam, the Eka. I say, O man, Jina Kra. Oba America, I am man, and you know Washington. It covers all the 50 states. Obi a Bunimai. But your father, yeah. Oh. Me say Muhammad de Onyame one na Accra Kumasi road ni de mahu se omugusu ye me de say de obeye sa akwan ni de and e meka chance o check kwa me kroma kora because that's my own you say also omutimi ye agenda push they are on it 4 years the man is scorecard but education side no na ha me pass at then na still ye wo omamu
na ebinom wɔ baabi a ɔmo nya ɛnɔɔma a ɔsɛ ebinom nya na obiara nka. Since independence, Rollins beye binya Rollins anka, there would have never been rural electrification man for. How? Oh, until ya na we for ya can you say I'm no more ye go meto to no maybe near the idea, but the fundamental things you go on yet near be different the binumuni and can't even I just said can't so hoy. So electricity say me cry me can say I'm a crash and me come baby to travel alphabet. Baby won't try light bear. Who call me yeah far bill in me. And I'm saying any muti you. So it's all has Yedika service management or whatever it is. They need to resolve. We want Ghana to be better. We say for but then defensive mode whereby we have be trying to no call yeah we be we no call yeah you be a two so na kema o man etum pon ba ye kro ni die yes re mo ampanifo obun be ya de pama ye say de ke bi ni say school asema mi ken mun catch MPs because we don't need 275 MPs in Ghana. 275 constituency for what? A creative system reaches there for one of the administrative lapses. Now say your budget will cut deficits. Inflation will cut 3%, which is good. Gold bond, galamsey. Musu omuntiminjai. Ura mahama no abeka said this year no. Because a man for the omuwa jimwa said ne coin. So why don't we find a way send a mumbian proper training? Train them well, teach them how to mine because go board will honey their galam say in that. So we nya you know who saw a community man name a crofua we lost almost a whole bunch of dignitaries. A dumo papa no more fat. Share or manebo a mamone munta. It's sad. So Buffy said, "Mama, penny what to my dear to me. Yes, you ain't any sam pagalam saying you or yes, any call, there be a near that and then so need it. Whereby we have a why don't you find policies and say, hey, this is a whose idea no a part of the community. Munchro mo campire fast your mind, simple. Educate them, education. There are some ways, Omunjai. She say, oh my magalam say and some. You alphabet. Any just say, drive fan cobra so they call the cofa azim the coin crash why you so no you chemo pride. Nabani sen and kete ha de debia ye tonso ni bedu baby Ghana no na meka se so to krebe he dia ma enti abusu afo yen kai se obi nye bi amanfo obi abedi ni party ache buma baby but omunya dia esumbu maye ebi ni galamse asema making find people train them because omunja yetiase ye to good board yetiase good ball aba enti no ya ntutu ye no ma ye nie ma ne ye kokwasa no a sad situation say ekura 69 years they be 70 years erade hu ye mobo na me de da me ka say parliamentarians no ne omo Russia no I say a man for your sorry kwa bi da why be momien sorry nkasentia yen sorry because say ya Abraham Mahama so kaso oba na nkobe it was part of campaign promises and he said they will look at it oba ya setting committee constitutional review your report to never done anything ebesi na we don't know what is going on oh ntia na omumienu nu ehun no omumien defend ehun yen sere saa na mnu mi nyina say de tia broche at the end of the day stand up and say the principal tia broche e kwa ni aba nyame ya adum na se bibisi ni obefa e kwa omo ye kwa mom say no mo dati ho that's what I can say because sad say wo ti obi krom nya no ma bi a ofi say ade na o say krom de omuntimi nye bi wo ho. That's always my cry. Your Bible child, bro, for munim nyansen bi ansin ye. Eno mo an ruffle shoulders feathers. Adwuma bi a ye bia omo ye ne ye bia no omo nyina e mo bi kura betu to feel ha. E hu so omo so mo bi kura so ye. Se bi omo nru ye side. Na se mo ko school your doctor say they o man ahye mo nsa. Enyu ahwe dignity si pa egu panyin sa pon party ase na hwe se me hwe senti Na nimdeɛfoɔ ne esikafoɔ a ɛte sɛ paa muntumi relating translating into building a life for each one another. Mudia muhe papa crazy 600 bed a year. Ah, nipa backward mercy 600 bed. It's the government, you know, what are they doing? What are the ministers doing? Kobusa penny sapon kwabe no penny faso. A 600 bed. And then a bit just said they need to be sharing ideas than say, oh, cause step permanent me yeah way. I know the Ghana, yeah, that's it. Think I said, the American say, so long as we keep attacking, criticizing, and comparing, equalizing, oh man, Fourth Republic, and I had the yeah, service. Even I just say, come in here, a fat, a bambi about person young feeling. How? I sad. We bow person. I didn't hear crowd saying, yeah, yes, this is the best opportunity because the NDC for opportunity is control parliament to test media. Mr. saying, I'm more munyansa. Nanko national development plan, no passing a law. Nem bandi wo mo ankasa. And the before bad, then a law that change it. They have to, and only with the party manifesto kakra bi na be bata ho. But the agenda na there ni say ya kra Kumasi road ya jebosi and we ya oba untimi nko bibia bi at sa road na also to aso. If they do these things, I think it will help us to develop. That's what most of these countries have done anyway. Yeah, national agenda plan. But until say a side the end there, you always see a country like the way it is. Ebekoye nimbacha ya koye nimyanka say yenyebi. Oma ye obia ye bi bacha say I think senka ni ye mu say we could have done much better if we are united. Enti of our body ye mu achiche but yen kan kese ye mu chiche ya bibia obi be yenye obi for. Tinam de be am ka say no matter what, let's give NDC this chance. 4 years, we give them the marking score. Simple. Now, but now because we buy what 1982 you have to learn from your mistakes. Obi ba there na young Ghana for no so much to know. So let's forget about what is going on. Do the right thing and forge ahead. And that make us who say soldier for no say expressway no. Momo a 20-week to finish everything. ATM manager say yes. Way forward, we're gonna do something. Oh, everybody make sure so no man who say a back him. Soldier for there, me the day become this aquani dead or by our mammy no. I would have been a Mohammed saying a man and what do to me a cry expressway. I'll read more than coming chroma. Me that say.
Akwantufuo and a one here. The
Okay.
as well because
So when I'm my
20 minutes spent for prayer. Well, yeah, but
so
get into an empty. Okay, about
I'll
20
come
minutes into.
for something in the same thing. No, okay, so just
oh
what? No,
I don't guess it.
that's why.
Okay, 20 minutes to 20. Okay, well, Koswa, Kosisi will be back when till the Banis of Brand or 2 more.
Okay, me timun kapa na me nkɔ ne sɛn.
Me as a fan, I'm buying to me, yes, sure. Me know when you're
Yeah, I can't say. I don't know. Maybe I started and say question at that one. Say, every time I nipa be me and stand, omu watching in your home fast for a war muscle. And apart from that, no, so now a crowd bet me the album. Say, had it, wouldn't say started and you be deep. Yeah, not
I think Jesus Christ is one of them. Jesus Christ. And yes, Oba, yes, we are here. Kwame Nkrumah free Ghana nti yɛde no bɛka ho ɛna I'll give Akwantufuo so yɛde no bɛka ho sɛ ɛhɔ nso no nti me so me deɛ no
nti ɛne na wobɛka sɛ me no na ɛkɔyɛ o baa me Yesu firi mu.
saa okay na me sɛ meba kɔ nti na Yesu Kristo yɛ one of them sɛ ɔbaeɛ na wɔn feel sɛ ɔnyɛ but ɔkɔɛ bɛsi nnɛ 2000 years still ayɛda so ka n'asɛm.
For clarification, Okonkwonochi, the day golden stone by and I say, oh, Okonkwonochi, oh, crazy.
Ɛsɛ me de Akwantufuo nti no
Yeah,
me ɛnti Akwantufuo a wɔde golden stool baeɛ a ɔbɛma Asante Unite ya
inside joke,
aba
and they say,
ɔbɛma Asante ɔbringi
it's an
unity to
inside joke.
Asante man ɔkreti sikadwa kofi.
Inside joke, and they say, my father, the account Okonkwonochi, and Papa Simile say, now Okonkwonochi now, the golden stone by and I say, the whole crazy.
Where they golden stool Akwantufuo a wɔde sikadwa baeɛ a ɔbɛ unite Asante man ma Asante man di nkunim ma yɛn mpanimfoɔ nti no.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yo Sam em sɛ tembia ye ba na yɛbɛka bia na amanfo aba na ɔmabɛgya abo yɛn so no at the end of the day I think it's all good, it's for the benefit of of our country, because I will share baby a free any baby a yɛduru now share what you compare other African countries ɛne nneɛma a ɛkɔ so wɔ ada amaaman a wotum sɛ sesei no yɛn so yɛnyɛ koraa no a we are somewhere, we are better than some of them. Eti nipa deɛ yɛsɛ ɛyi biribi ti na ama awerɛkyekyerɛ ti na ama prison ni ne wura ho so ɔho nti wohwɛ other countries sɛ yɛn neighbor na yɛn neighbor Nigeria, other countries Africa, Congo no ne ade the system of governance ɛwɔ hɔ nom ne development a ɛkɔ so na nneɛma a ɛkɔ so wɔ Ghana media I see say we are doing better, because minim South Africa pa I was one of those Ghanaians I call first, and now the South Africa is here the Jana no me who pictures be you could see open sewers crowd was South Africa, a country a building this abruchiri na say na who open sewer systems got an number bia na say who say South Africa has gone down the drain and it's going down. Eti wohwɛ Ghana no a na wohwɛ sɛnea foreign experts ɔmo ba Ghana na obiara wotie how a nneɛma a ɔmo ka fa Ghana ho a I think say sometimes yɛba a yɛnso yɛnyɛ proud sɛ yɛyɛ Ghanaians, rather than say yɛba atem bia na akɔyɛ sɛ yɛbɛyi ɔman na ma ne ade na wohwɛ sɛ nso a the president that we have right now no he's embarking on something massive. Me deɛ ɛkwan deɛ ɔman panyin biara pɛ sɛ ɔman no di mu no one fact road highways titru ɔman no ntimi nya deɛ ɔpɛ da. Nti wohwɛ President Mahama saa highway a ɔtackle yi, you see naysayers no has come out say ɔntimi nyɛ me kura to bo ɔkwa na ɛmi wanwa, but see a wohwɛ actions a wɔtake a ɔmo de yɛ saa deɛ no I mean see a me no ka say sojafoɔ no dwi 10% of it, or they have like 20 weeks to finish, and almost ɔmo betimi nti me see yɛnya abotrɛ ma aban no obey niema, because they say wohwɛ baabia roads koso left right center so eti yɛnuanom bi wɔ ha nneɛma bi wɔ ha moba na mo ka mo nyɛ sɛ na dum so yes dum so wɔ hɔ. I'm not saying say dum so ni hɔ. Wohwɛ the way a your power structure no sitie na no matter what no dum so wɔ hɔ. Ebi wɔ hɔ koraa na ɛnyɛ ɛyi na mframa na fa keke na wires no because of the way I see lay nneɛma ne ade we are going there. Years ago, maybe free Ghana. Na kania like so see Asante Mampo keke. The whole Ghana, who free ye jinmunia de dube passage Asante Mampo na be shebi no abadwaben na nsa no abedru wo nam kono wonum ne ade 1 track on one kura was na light ni so. Enso ne no light will be bia every corner of Ghana. Ye nti aka say e benya stable light. Say ebesi so at least ebedundum kra na enkweye say ebedum kanea na 24 hours in those kind of sharing any de yempen sa. But we share the way ye kono a me de me hu say wo oh me 80s boy. So what I say, and you know, I saw some mihuniama ni su kakra revolution. No, me young, but I saw it. Tama soja for boom crofoni ade ade nyina no. Na me hu stadium. Utimu say ya so den ti soja for be yom ye no. So what I say. Na soja for omunye bad people, but Ghana no ya so den. So say wo hwe enema a dollar article from nkasa nka ye to fuel fancy kasabre nka be to fuel be 200 cedis to a gallon some Ghana wo hwe the way ana a cedi ni si kono a now hwe be a fuel say kroma say no now some now we say fuel was like $5 a gallon $85 that's a you know yeah $1 17 cedis imagine it's more than you ever thought more than what is saying 200 cedis. So now it's like 50 cedis. So which is still okay. So what I say, and the government also won't soon here and can say, you want to say. He's trying to maintain things, although they are not perfect. So what I say, they are doing the best that they can. Eti dum so ne nyama na aba no. Me problem me de bia no me ba. I mean I trust my intuition. Asem bia make bia no. I know say I'm right. The problem again wo ye dum so no pa ama ye timi enyes kanye nyama bebre ye what they saying illegal connections. And the governments of our time hasn't done well in solving the illegal connection problem because majority of people are connecting the power illegally. It is say hono say abano and see a TB catcher no yes hard no my pa because sometimes we just come and just throw out the blames without telling them and your man say who himself over blame abana bring your solution also they also win found because maybe who say illegal connection on a kum Ghana and development wise the way I connect and your man any say power no equal offer how I almost see a fixing no we need to advance it a little bit because Chroma say like I said all the time they have power stations it's go out not truck busy baby the minute ye ba servo area honey they connect it to that power station until you don't even see say yama lights off but they do repairs so but Ghana so there you can see a repairs the whole light has to turn off and some repairs and one week now a problem am I so and your man think to be they should speed up and no money man but the term be me buy na me say the government of the day the government previous omunye saints but what it is they say the less of the evil at this point in time those governments are the only choices Ghana have decided. It is a unim say now with different alternative. You bring it on board, go and pay the money and form your party and join it. Other than that, you can criticize it, constructively. So Sam, it they say you have the right to criticize, but they are not stupid. Also, they are doing the best that they can. Look at the road minister. This man is always on the road working. I do my oil, he's doing the right thing. I say, yeah, I never catch us at the end of oil. Yeah, one basso. Or buy was so big. The naysayers say, oh, no, they cannot do it because someone coming. Naysayers, the woman coming to me, then woman minutes arguing when you want to John Mahama buy out by airport. Airport can I Japan to say a whole crying airport in Anya Papa in Sultana for when chaka. He was lying. And then the airport has become a gateway. If we are say, and then your first impression is your last impression. Because Obi Bao Memua, the airport no be Sinukrano is your first impression of the person, the first impression about the country. It's your Ghana, they say, Yanima Paja, and as far as highways. If we have a Kumasi, Cape Coast, as the Sunai in Yasanima, we are a day Bimunaka. A day Bimunaka. So person who establish a factory or quansu baby. It's so easy. So until some guso. Now I have hope in John Mahama. So irrespective of Nyaman Kitinkiti, but me no minim say he's better than the predecessors. And nobody can prove me wrong because I know I'm right. Who person prove me wrong? You just bring the fact. John Mahama has a vision for Ghana. It is a the Kwame Nkrumah. What they say? Kwame Nkrumah was able to construct what they say motorway for 19 kilometers. Just 19 kilometers. Now a legacy project. Yeah. Now obviously, what the 4 years about construct 197 highway. Why do we have to say any power when you're or buy a tema expansion? He did it. And now I see what the 1,200 megawatts Baba come home. Last time he did it, these people came, they never had even a megawatt. So what you say? And you know what am I supposed to say? Who am I supposed to support? It is open now, but catch me say me a sycophants that you have to do self-introspection of yourself. Before you point your finger on me and tell me I'm a sycophant because I'm supporting John Mahama. No, you sit down and put a mirror in your face and do self-introspection of yourself and see who you are telling say you're sycophants. I'm a Ghanaian. I was born in Ghana and I've seen Ghana. The worst part of Ghana I have seen. And you know, I have every right to choose who I love based on the two political parties now. We have them in existence in our country. So I'm not going to come on a platform bigger like this and always just come and just jam the people. No, because I have decided to America be bas. Okay, and you know somebody should be in Ghana to make a decision. Okay, and the Nipano why you be then I'll do is maybe if you say Nipano where you're incompetent, where you're stupid, where you're whatever that I refer him now. I will pack my shit up from here and go and live in Ghana and take his position if I can get that position. Instead of me to sit here and always, just throw tantrums in the no. And let's try to say it. So there are so many things that we all don't like it, to be honest with you. But say we share your Ghana, your system now. And you may be a difficult. When I hear you can share some. I'm a typical example, like the farmer, like the crops, I DNA, vegetables, in a market structure. And I Ghana no. It's difficult to pass. Say the dollar rate in the money man you know from. It's difficult to say you better say man so because also we as a flea market type of farmers market type of selling being a tongue no Ghana. I'm say promo say when you see the farmers market now a subsistence farming where the farm kakra bi na what their bag no ono no ball pen what their beto so there's a betuko grocery stores now omo commercial farmers are government now subsidize womo they have price omo di enema no ma supermarkets no e mo de ba retailers wo ho it is ano ade ba supermarket ultimu say price no omo de pound ne ade de tonton but here de no okokura say okobia ne tomatoes no okoti no de ba ono no price a open no de odigi it is sometimes no ubomu say ade no ne bo ekosoro because you need price control on those products so it as obi because because tem bia na seasonal yi ade no basra yentimi store e ba na farmer no ankasa de the price atoso na waton ade no so nti because o ade na tomatoes na no ne ton 2 series na 5 series farmer no na decided price open what did so because farmer no he dey help be free and I the type of farming na no I subsistence individual farming commercial farming e Ghana so okodo no ko ni tomatoes 1 acre bia no akwate no de aba to hwe na obeduru dwom na ebi ni hɔ a ebo open what to so ya do afuo no bi da ma do tomatoes fuo ma do nya do afuo ma twa nkofie da I was born and bred in a dra so woni madra me can we are you obi nkasa me boa on but dear beans be tin kruma I know how the farming system it works so what I say it is a man we all love it the nation no matter what you say we search by your da and it is a unsayem nka
So do we have
sabi
do we have commercial farms in Ghana?
Ghana now we used to have like a giraffe farms where I was born now ni nyina na atonsum
The government now about knowing that these substantial farmers allow those substantial farmers to put up their own price because understandably they are more money. what's stopping the all these governments and the children knowing that helping is create commercial farmer boa amaniama what's stopping them from providing I guess aid to or even help build these commercial farmers so Senegal and Crawford almost call big grocery stores not to say me no you call giant and I say shoppers and I say problems that we get decent and stable pricing. What's stopping these leaders from, you know, helping build these commercial farmers in a bank of one how
On
based on
say,
what you said.
on say Ghana, your land system, the way we live our life, no individuals, no, and farming, majority of Ghanaians, yeah, which population, government, na dia no ya ne say, ebia, pesticide, no, near the crops, no, near the adeno, and then ebia buying it to me, but before no, Kwame Nkrumah buy, no, now commercial farms, state-owned farms, say a bro any beans in Nomonia, the Kwame Nkrumah established those farms. But like I what to say, Mr. Sam, yeah, Crawford, no, yeah, we run things down. Africans, yeah, and Ghana for now. Let me talk about Ghana. You're running your down. A draft farms were home. A draft farm, maybe apparently too soon. Yeah, that is where I was born. I was born in the farm, in that farm. The sa farm no at the why it is said wakwa kra na ujina epo no any tree any con near the helicopter na espresso. You know what happened? Nipa na obe establish a draft farms no now of America. I know a Chinese America. If any China. Now China by a bedroom position be no. And of course Americans white no de ba ho. Na eduru mre bi no na so the machines no ba na Ghana for no de Mercedes Benz the animal lights here round no na omo de afra machines no won say na agricultural machines na e free eti Ghana for company for no omo de afra na omo aba be de omo aba be tonti ye steady ye ne Rollins buy o steady no say omo boy ka seriously e no o declare sankrofo for no wanted e na Akufo President Akufo buy President Kufo buy happen obey local operators in na free on pam wo no kofa university graduates be free Accra ne Kumasi no do be go farm ho and boys the buy no be run a farms no down so say ukwa the farm no esi ho silos no kwa na si ho machines are na de
Sorry,
do afuo ni nyina omo say ni nyina so
but sorry to cut you off. You're running your man into
auntie papa
that. By I get it. The opportunity so Ghana for now you're running it down by I guess maybe the knowing that idea way idea boy even though is running it down. I didn't think we like yen san shishen for this time or my yen so because a nipa that's an in a set on a sign of an almost said I mean say who do accountable say then yen san shishen beam from the ground up you make sure this time and all yeah money and say because then I'll tell you when I can or my move for no be
oh 83 come by I
stable
started here
market.
was secondary school I draft farms the feed students I draft farms
Then
the
I'm
feed yeah
then I'm in honey and shishen beam this time and you be making sure say you be running with a tight ship so then I be like conform to me and say the beam because I can't stable I can't boil my like and I'm not winner I think say so I'm to me and it's like call market and call a month from today tomatoes no maybe I never want to cost look a by and cost look maybe so stable like if you're able to I think it's one of the benefits I war American and say you can make projections in the long term like at least 2-3 months time you can plan because they only say marketing here a bit stable but in Ghana things it's a bit hard to do that because of the way I price manufacturity like any given day. So I don't know. This things,
there were a lot of development issues for Ghana. I was say, and this is here I say me call store baby ana life chicken me call because you 12 crates no 5 for dollar 5 for $5 that's one a year for $1 I did to be back almost $10 no until I do baby omo was storage facilities omo to be store nyama na ama e bedoso Ebu ha obokorona ebia for some reason na niema no aye shortage then boy dey. Ebu also obokorona a budget like that. At 5 sort as here. I won back be a 12 for say no. So 5 for $5, which is $1 each. Sort as. Enti say a drew stage here sa division na we here nyina. Sa ne manema we nyina no. John Mahama buy no. Ukọ doma hinkura. He has started building all this for chicken near the nyina ye guswa on guswa oh yeah. But I know say omu advancing say ne had ye no my no say ne omu be see previous farms na I Ghana near the no maintain ho stories bia, but we need commercial farms to feed
We need
Ghana.
commercial farm. We really do, and I agree with you. Until
Yeah, yo Sam, yo for that.
I am. Yeah, introduce, sum it up, pray, whatever you want to call it, last 2 words, whatever, to thank the listeners and the
Okay,
guys. And then if I
yo,
introduce the BBT, then you call turn into God's way.
okay,
We're
yo.
wrapping up my end.
Where
Daddy,
there, I was
Samuel,
for
then
palm pie bopa na me boy you. Ben day. Where the Yamiasi say, Wabakan and Abomo Hana, Yabajun, my Ghana home. Say, Cramine, Udini Rechikwa Beso, or no sans, Udini Rechikwa, but meaning I say, Wada or Woma Nura Nintia. Ye bar reduce, and yes, Sebi Num ne, and a buy a bit tianum. The moment your man who do I, a wintina, and made the bar reduce. To be said, Jamesa, or more beer who buying. Ubia Busia, Ubia Ireden and Ma, or more beer who ban, or more beer who ding, not the beer, and intimate reduce, and if I'm a junior Magana home. Send a bear almost in some way. Can and one to you. Omutie pa nti do bon nsɛm no bi wɔ ha yɛ ka wɔhwɛ na wɔn de yɛ adwuma ɛnyɛ sɛ bi a yɛbɛka no kwa nsɛm no bi wɔ hɔ nti ne ana ɔkɔmfoɔ me ba na me sɛ me pɛ solutions because yɛka nsɛm no bi wɔ ha wɔn te a wɔn fa nti yɛbɛsrɛ nyame sɛ wɔn obiara nyansa na de bi a yɛbɛba platform so biara no ɛne ahoɔden na yɛntumi mbra platform so na obiara adwuma bi a wɔyɛ biara nyɛ yie mede wei nyinaa da Yesu Kristo ase ana yɛka ne sɛ amen ɔkɔmfoɔ nkɔ asɔre o ɔkɔmfoɔ nkɔ asɔre mede me nsa na ne gu nti mesrɛ mo momfa nkyɛ me
Nah, this is one of the best I've heard. Like, I'm probably going to Mutia for you. That's it. That's it. I put some phone pie fan out.
aso wei deɛ wobɛsɛ mamfa nsie maka kyerɛ mo ai
That's a deal. That was a big ray. Yeah, that would be as in your way and see. Yeah, need to make us at them. I'll be, yeah, on Tuesdays, no, I say quite sorry to me. And Chawa saying the WBS here for a moment here all around the world. The BM Okompo, the son that was the moment to share my opinion on moment here in the BBS. In the meantime, please stay tuned. We are quite sorry. Turning to God's way, BB, any prince. I'm gonna say I think say parables of God and not to be this. I'm gonna mean some about the main kind of stay tuned and quite sorry. It'll be